Turn that light.
It's Wednesday! You know what that means? AEW Dynamite live on TBS from Tulsa, Oklahoma, as we bring you in to Wednesday Night Delight of professional wrestling that is AEW Dynamite. And this is the week before Maximum Carnage takes the way as we come from the BOK Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Bring you in this Wednesday night. Let's freaking go, folks. Hello, everybody. Welcome back once again to Similar Level Studios. Noah Foster, the Cruz, Similar Level. Once again, back on the call. It's a capacity crowd on camp from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Thank you all for tuning in, whether live or on demand. Please let's subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. If you want to dictate the conversation, super chats, as simple as that. Let's go to Justin Roberts for our first match here.
Look at the MJF scarves already.
But of course, we are in Oklahoma, the home of the great Boomer Soon, as we welcome back to commentary the voice of professional wrestling. By God, good old JR, Jim Ross. As my mini JR always follows me. This man that's overcome cancer and has been in this business now for 50 plus years.
You got the mini JR, and I got a Swerve right here.
There's a reason why the mini JR is always buying me on every club we make, no matter what company. This man, this voice, this personality is the reason I love professional wrestling storytelling vocally. And again, we have a lot of stories ahead, a lot of matters ahead. We know that MJF will appear live tonight in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We'll see what everyone's favorite scumbag has to say with everyone going after his Triple B. Ahead of Bandido challenge MJF for the AEW Men's World Championship. The Ring of Honor World Champion goes one-on-one with one half of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, Sammy Guevara. Because remember, folks, next week it's MJF vs. Bandido for the AEW Men's World Championship. We also will celebrate with a smile with the brand new face of TBS as well tonight. And go have a live celebration tonight. Our brand new two-time TBS champion. And also in trios action to come, Jet Speed and Jungle Jack Prairie will look to command the demand when it comes to lesson and respect. Six-man tag team action. A trios match ahead of Speedball, Kevin Nine, and Jungle Jack Prairie take on Ricochet, Gates of Annie, Bishop Khan, Total Leona. Wait a minute.
I'm still on the graphics. I'm a little bit behind you now. I got her.
All right. I guess Remember Cat's got an update for us, folks. Hold on.
She's at a trainer's door. Uh-oh.
What? They're not medically clear. Jet Speed up and attack are not medically clear for six-man tag team action. I wonder who. Oh, of course. Freaking course. Don Callis and Ricochet probably freaking set up a bounty. I think they talked about on Collision to hurt them so they wouldn't compete. Good to see Charles Shelton. Good to see everybody in the chat. Again, folks, please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. If you want to dictate the conversation, super chat or pay by the price. It's as simple as that. Of course, the Invisible Hand had a freaking mastermind plan in this. Of course, he freaking did. Or something. Wait, something. Holy shit! Something!
Oh, Jake Something is an elite.
Jake Something's all elite, and then the Don Callis family. So wait, here Mark Davis are a tag team? What?
I didn't even know he was a free agent.
Well, apparently Don Callis has pulled something, and now Jungle Jet Prayer has to find two tag partners. Well, anyway, as that said, you have Tyler Story Storm for a reason, Walter. Tyler Story Storm goes one-on-one with the problem Marina Shafir. Can she solve this problem? In our main event, a lights-out match. It's Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland going against the Opps, Powerhouse, Hobbs, and, of course, Hook. But coming up next, the new AEW Continental Champion, Jon Moxley, tests his merit against the Standard of Excellence, Shelton Benjamin.
Has there ever been a tag lights-out match? I don't think so, right?
Not on Dynamite, to my knowledge. It's so good to have good old JR in my headset, hearing that Boomer Sooner's voice, of course. the testament to my love of this business, the voice of my childhood. And here comes a man that is against the world alongside his crew, the brand new AEW Continental Champion, Jon Moxley, being hunted for Shafir. Of course, Continental Championship match, both in actual and in eliminators, do not have seconds at ringside. As Jon Moxley said on Collision this past Saturday, he respects Shelton Benjamin, but he values the Continental Championship more than anything he's done in his career and what it stands for.
Shelton, you can't take him lightly, I'll tell you that much, John.
And to Charles' point, yeah, he may not be called Jake something, but he still is something, so I always will say something. And apparently, we will learn more about Jake Something's and Mark Davis's tag team alliance with the Uncals family sooner later.
His name is still something because he said someone or something, didn't he?
Well, he said something, but Jake Something is a somebody. And Don Callis clearly sees something in what Jake Something was.
Oh, I have it turned down.
I have no idea.
I have it turned down to where I can't hear the commentary, so it doesn't get picked up. So I didn't know what he said.
It's all good. And of course, Jon Moxley ultimately proved not only was he more driven, he was more destined to hold on to this Continental Championship in the Continental Classic, beating Kyle Fletcher and Kazuchika Okada, both in first-time ever matchups in the same night at AEW World's End, and already defending the right for anyone to challenge him against Josh Alexander. Bad tooth, bad leg, bad attitude, be damned. Jon Moxley works harder than all of you, and until you outprove him with that, you will never, ever get your hands on that Continental Championship or stop this man from working.
That man is never 100%, though, to be honest.
Physically, yes, but mentally, Walter, I see he's 110% now with that Continental Championship. Let's go over there for Cat on the stage, hyping up this match.
What a queen.
About sizing up, apparently. Well, I mean, you're sizing up against the biggest dog in this yard, and here comes the Hurtson to get ready to perform some new business for 2026. By the way, shout out to Bobby Lashley. May get well soon. And happy birthday to Matt Helms. I hope you have a glorious 55th and another 55 to come. Thank you for joining into our coverage tonight of AEW Dynamite.
Well, Shelton has to hurt someone all on himself because MVP is not allowed to be out there.
Well, let's not forget the standard of excellence, not by name, but also an all-around collegiate athlete from the University of Minnesota, is a former WWE Intercontinental Champion. And you said yourself, Walter, since coming to AEW, Shelton Benjamin has never looked better in the ring.
Hell no.
We hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. That's right.
He never looked better physically either. But what were you going to ask me before I said?
Well, you were talking about before how you were intrigued by this first time ever one-on-one matchup as Jon Moxley has never faced Shelton Benjamin before. You talked about Shelton Benjamin's traditional collegiate background, counter wrestling intuitive. You wonder, though, can he exploit a weakness in Jon Moxley and earn a chance in the Continental Championship? And Jake Doyle right now is the name of Jake something, folks. Jake Doyle.
He's gonna attack. He's gonna attack that ankle. You know how he is with the ankle. He was under the tutelage of Kurt Angle for how long in WWE? You know he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, good point. Of course, part of the world's greatest tag team alongside Charlie Haas, as AEW Dynamite is the conversation right now on the X. And you all can be part of the conversation as well. Using hashtag AEW Dynamite, but please also like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend, and share what we do here at the Super Reliable Studios.
I really didn't even know Jake Something was a freaking free agent. When would that happen?
Well, apparently Jake Something is no longer something. He has Jake Doyle, and now I guess he's all elite, or at least under Don Callis' contract.
That kills our gimmick.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I still will always hold the word something just to piss people off, and because I think that matters. And Okada will tie up here next. Man, like Jesus!
Amateur background.
And Moxley, the German suplex clinic. Again, gentlemen, right now making Moxley look like Crash just dummy. Now with the rear naked choke applied by Jon Moxley in the center of the ring.
Look at that trip.
Trip.
And what is the first thing he does after the trip? I think he's going to target that ankle.
Yeah, Jon Moxley, great awareness, a swing and a miss. And Moxley, though, squaring off against Shelton Benjamin. If Moxley's going to take Shelton Benjamin on, I think Jon Moxley's strength here will be the striking department. Keep himself up on his feet. Don't let Shelton Benjamin take him down to the mat.
I don't know. You want to strike somebody who trains under Bobby Lashley right now?
About to say MVP, of course, as well, who's been heavily influenced in Shelton Benjamin Bobby Lashley's career. You saw the way John Moxley may saw his life flash before his eyes. Of course, Shelton Benjamin has that crazy, ridiculous spinning back kick.
Don't forget that Bobby Lashley and MVP both have mixed martial art careers outside of wrestling. So
MVP.
if they train together,
About to say it, MVP, of course, first ever IWGP Intercontinental Champion. Congrats to Yosuji, by the way, on winning and restoring the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, version 4 title and by name. And figured all those that tune in our coverage of Wrestle Kingdom, again, German suplex released by Shelton Benjamin, going back to what brought him to the dance, the cleanness of those German suplexes. Now teeing up against John Moxley in the corner. Referee Paul Turner for this contest. Again, folks, it's a Continental Championship Eliminator match. If Shelton Benjamin beats John Moxley or outlasts the 20-minute time limit, he will get a future shot at the Continental Championship.
Mox has his own kind of MMA career. He trains in jiu-jitsu. He trains in other, not just wrestling. Though.
Well, we also talked about Def Jitsu. Nice to see the big Bala, the original OBG1 in the chat. Sup, brother? Hope you're enjoying our coverage of AEW Dynamite and hope that you continue being part of it going forward. We'd love to have you on a call one of these times. Open palm strike to John Moxley, line up the chest of the Death Rider. Again, you think about 2026 right now, AEW really put themselves into a state of reset last year at New Year's Smash with MJF being caught up by 7 different people and John Moxley now holding the Continental Championship. And we got a new smiling face at TBS. Big boot by John Moxley in the corner. Of course, Shelton Benjamin, to your point, whoa! Right now going out alone without Bobby Lashley, who's recovering from injury, as Moxley controls the ring in the early going.
I don't think these two face each other even in the other company because Lashley was on his way out when he came back.
And of course, John Moxley, like a shark that smells blood in the water, going to where he's at his strongest and most violent outside the ring. And this is where it plays Shelton Benjamin did not want to be. To your point, Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas, former World's Greatest Tag Team, tutelage by Kurt Angle, toe kick to the midsection, hard Irish whip to Moxley in the barricade.
This is crazy that you could still get people that have been in the business for more than 15 years and still get a first time ever out of them.
Well, that just goes to show, again, we talk about the forever long span of professional wrestling. And Shelton driving Moxley up and over the barricade, but also the limitless possibilities of anybody in this industry. And now, for Turner, please, Shelton Benjamin, John Moxley back inside. It looks like they're going to take it to the All Elite Fleet. And shout out to the Tilla. Stay tuned, folks. Me and her will be doing a simple session here very soon. Let me know, again, your schedule. And thank you, Big G, for that. And if you haven't already, support the Big Baller G as well and his wife, Carlene, an aspiring author in her own right and a talented creator in his own right. Always appreciate the baller. Hope he's happy to be here, as I wouldn't want anything less from him.
Paul Turner is giving them a lot of leniency because they could have both been counted out right now.
Well, clearly Paul Turner doesn't want to count out either of these men, nor does anyone want to see this opening contest. And plus, you think about, again, John Moxley and the pedigree of a wrestler he holds himself to, as well as the violence of a brawler. Shelton Benjamin in hot pursuit.
He might survive the 20 minutes if they're staying out here.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Shelton Benjamin's not used to this atmosphere, to your point. Now, Moxley, finally amongst the masses, big elbow strike, rock Shelton Benjamin.
Oh, this has got Moxley written all over it, going through the crowd. He's been doing this his whole AEW career. Hell, the Shield, too.
Yeah, I'm about to say, let's not forget how the Shield used to deliver their own form of justice. But, of course, John Moxley knows the importance of this match, as well as Shelton Benjamin. MVP, for that matter, on commentary. Now, Moxley going back inside the ring area. Seems like he's got a better jump in his step, by the way, as we saw him able to go over the barricade. Shelton Benjamin, though. Whoa!
Speaking of jump.
Barricade, short-range clothesline.
That's a jump for you.
And right now, Benjamin returning from the outside back in, wiping out the Continental Champion. And it goes so good to hear JR's voice. Just makes me so damn happy.
Mm-hmm.
And John Moxley rolling to the outside.
Yeah, Shelton rolled right with him.
John Benjamin stay on the attack, though, not giving John Moxley any room to breathe. Smart decision by the potential future challenger for the Continental Championship. Again, folks, Continental Championship, no seconds. Allow that ringside German suplex on the floor.
Dude, on the outside of the ring.
And you see both of these men forehead to forehead right now. Shelton Benjamin waits like applied again. Jon Moxley trying to break the grip. Paul Turner starting his 10 count, though. Both men need to be aware of the count. Hammerlock thrown to the steel ring steps, and Moxley back inside. That's smart by Moxley because you figure about again, if Shelton Benjamin can't lock those grips for the German suplex, he neutralizes some of Shelton Benjamin's strength.
Mm-hmm.
Up to 8, and Benjamin rolls back inside at 9. But they have again let himself up for an injury exposure in the process. Jon Moxley now hyperextending that left arm. We've seen Jon Moxley, of course, use a modified Kimura in the past. Double wrist lock applied right now. The thickness, though, of Shelton Benjamin's arm might help him, though, in this hole. You look at the tail of the tape, both men, similar body build. Tested veterans of the game, to your point. We talk about Jon Moxley's level of experience, and Shelton Benjamin's underestimated for his ring IQ as both men collide in the middle. And again, folks, our opening contest here. Will Shelton Benjamin earn himself a date for the Continental Championship? Stay tuned. Wrestler Quiet picture in picture with us on Sling. If you're on HBO Max, full commercial break. Fuck television, but don't go anywhere. And again, like we talked about before, Shelton Benjamin, again, such an underappreciated athlete of his caliber. And the fact this guy was in the same name class as Brock Lesnar.
Yep. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, right?
They used to together dominate, and they never did that in WWE.
I'm about to say. They
teased it.
I'm about to say they never got followed. Silicon North, of course. MJF will be in Tulsa, Oklahoma. What we have to say towards what Kenny Omega, Darby Allin, Bandido, who's going after him next week, and others have already played eyes on his Triple B. What will our AEW Men's World Champion stay? Stay tuned. Speaking of which, Bandido, who will challenge next week, MJF, will go one-on-one with Sammy Guevara. And of course, Timeless Toy Storm takes on Marina Shafir. Does she have the solution to this problem? That and so much more. Nice takeover into the Kimura now. Double wrist lock, key lock applied by Jon Moxley. And we'll celebrate Willow as the 2-time smiling face of TBS. And again, folks, if you're tuning in for the first time, we do this for all the biggest shows, specials, pay-per-views, and PLEs across all things wrestling. Shout out to W fam for WWE, NXT, TNA, ROH, AEW, and other promotions, including the 2 GCW, JCW, HOG, and Wrestling, West Coast Prestige, etc. Of course, Shelton Benjamin talking about New Japan, former member of Suzuki-gun, once known, of course, as X. You see Jon Moxley now applying the cross-arm to Katami. Shelton Benjamin's reach, though, allowing him to go to the ropes. To your point, Walter, Shelton Benjamin is 50 years old, and he's been involved in this game now for 26 years.
It's ridiculous.
Right? Of course, former AEW World Tag Team Champion alongside the almighty Bobby Lashley. They reign as tag champions for 214 days. His first title since 2020, when he was Raw Tag Team Champion alongside Sir Alexander as part of the Hurt Business. Has not killed a singles championship, though, since the WWC Universal Heavyweight Championship in 2010 and the W9 States Championship in 2008.
Mm-hmm. What was he, the golden standard back then?
Yeah, he was the gold standard back then in WWE. He was also the highlight reel in any ladder match, but never won the Money in the Bank briefcase. Jon Moxley, though, has youth on his side. He is 40 years of age, but he's also been brawling for the last 21 years in this game.
It's been literally the backbone of AEW since its inception.
The hardest worker in AEW this last calendar year alone, in and out of pay-per-views and every AEW and Collision show. 54 matches total last year alone for the Death Rider. Again, Jon Moxley, you see the focus of his attack right now has been only on that left arm. The arm he threw inside the steel ring steps. And again, folks, welcome back here as we are back in full picture. This is an AEW Continental Eliminator match. If Shelton Benjamin lasts for 20 minutes or beat Jon Moxley, he will get a future AEW Continental Championship match. Shelton Benjamin, though, up to the top rope.
What? Dude, Kurt Angle used to do that same thing. He's learned a thing or two from his
as a ridiculous
mentor.
Overhead hip toss out of the corner. Left arm injury be damned. Sending Jon Moxley freaking flyer miles there.
If anything, he bought himself some breathing room for a moment.
Of course, Moxley, to your point, Walter, is still dealing with, we know, that left leg injury that's been, of course, gnawing away at him since the Continental Classic. Josh Alexander was very heavily exploiting that last week. I don't think neither man right here has a dominant footing right now, though.
Shelton tried at the beginning, but I mean, Mox was prepared for it.
Benjamin going up and down up from the eye, though, by Jon Moxley, bringing up that free of offense here. And Benjamin, jumping forward to Moxley in the corner.
Stinger splash of sorts.
And right now, the Continental Champion needs to be staggered on his feet. Benjamin again, falling up in the attack. Big splash. Moxley able to get out of the way. Gets out. Drops down and drops down levels. Go back to the Renegade choke. But Benjamin, smart awareness, though. Catching the grip. Elbow to the midsection. Oh! Raised him there. I don't think he got the full effect of that spinning back heel kick.
That was right in the temple, though.
Gentlemen. Wow, John caught him! Jumping flatline as Moxley came in. I'm not sure he got the worst of it, though.
I don't know what happened, because it looked like he clotheslined him during the flapjack.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Jon Moxley caught Shelton Benjamin with the lariat right before Benjamin hooked him into that flatliner. Either way, both men down. Neither one able to capitalize right now. This has very much been a dead heat.
I think the time limit might come out. What time is it already?
Well, we got to be pretty close to the time limit after that announcement, if not at least halfway point. Again, folks, stay tuned. We'll be back here next week, Wednesday, covering Maximum Carnage, as that is a special AEW Dynamite, and we cover the special shows. Looking for the pause of that pile driver. Is he looking for the gut style or the tombstone, though? Benjamin with the waist lock applied. Looking for the German suplex release. The back throw almost. And again, sending Jon Moxley up and over on his dome. Moxley's going to face it in Cincinnati by the time he's been suplexed out of this match.
Bro, if Brock Lesnar's the president of Suplex City, then freaking Shelton is the vice president.
About that, it's not obvious to see Jon Moxley set up and over like this in a match.
He's ragdolling him
consistently. Shelton Benjamin going right now to his bread and butter, his greatest strength, in my opinion, that explosive nature. And the German suplexes, 4 of them now.
Yeah, but how much is it taken out of him to continuously deliver that too, though?
And now in the cover, lateral press, and Moxley kicking out at 2.
I understand he's got cardio for days, but I mean that takes a lot out of you to continuously pick up somebody that's 230 pounds and throw him over your head 4 or 5 times.
Well, this goes back to the wear and tear of this battle, but also the drive of Shelton Benjamin to earn this opportunity, while Jon Moxley is looking to preserve this opportunity, looking to prove what the Continental Champion truly deserves and what it means to hold it. As, of course, he set up to being Kazuchika Okada. Might I add, only the 3rd man last year to be Kazuchika Okada in AEW. High kick, though, by Shelton Benjamin.
There's no better opportunity or chance to try to take advantage for Shelton, but when his partner, he was so focused on the tag division, his partner is out with injury. You might as well try to go after single competition and single titles now.
You almost wonder, does Shelton Benjamin want to run the time limit out? Does he just want to wear down Jon Moxley at this point of the match?
I think the longer the match goes, that's the game plan. After a while, he realized, all I have to do is survive here.
But again, though, how important, how massive would it be for Shelton Benjamin to beat Jon Moxley? And Moxley right now mounting Shelton Benjamin, teeing off in the corner off the Edge Crusher near fall.
Well, technically, he wouldn't beat him if he just survives, right?
And right now, Benjamin from underneath and a power bomb. High stack on Moxley, too. Benjamin holding leg control.
Oh, I thought he was going to do the ankle lock where he grabbed his leg.
But look at the way he's got the legs tied up, though, as he's got Jon Moxley this modified crossface.
Yeah, it's almost like an STF mixed with the cripple crossface. It's like a weird. And he's got Moxley's leg bent in the figure 4 position up like backwards.
Moxley with enough wherewithal to know his ring positioning to grab the bottom rope. As we saw, the S-grip was blocking Jon Moxley's vision as well as compromising his breathing over the bridge of the nose. All that pressure applied more on that left leg as well. Low bridge, low cinch to the bench from the outside.
That was a
Moxley.
unique submission. I don't think I've seen that.
Guys, have you seen enough tope suicidas in your lifetime?
I just tripped over his own ankle, dude.
Well, again, if you don't have that vertical base, you can't hold up that weight. And again, figured about what Shelton Benjamin did with that cross leg submission hold. That applies pressure on that ankle.
Yes, he just kind of fell.
Moxley and Benjamin staggering back inside the ring, though. Jon Moxley in the driver's seat here.
Come on, mother effer.
Find a way to stop this Death Rider's momentum or outlast the clock. Look at that King of Bloody Lariat. Oh my God, that time the jumping flatliner. That was clean cover. I'm talking over 2.5.
That was clean all Shelton that time.
Sudden impact nearly got it there for the Standard of Excellence, getting a 2.5.
You think about the reverse of momentum of that because you're running full speed to do a lariat and you get caught in that, man. The momentum alone can daze you. All you need is 3 seconds.
He might be looking for that hurt fall or something massive here out of the corner. You're Shelton Benjamin, what do you do at this stretch?
It should hit him with that T-bone suplex off the top rope.
Yeah, Moxley right now fighting back, creates separation. Elbow, I think, caught Shelton Benjamin right underneath the jaw. Jon Moxley now pressing the top rope. And again, Benjamin, get kick to the back of the leg.
That was smart.
And Shelton Benjamin with the fall front kick with a far leg, and at 2 counts.
That was smart. He hit the leg first, chopped him down like a tree.
Proficient striking there and poise and position by Shelton Benjamin. Again, attacking the vulnerability known on Jon Moxley.
These two are being each other's equals so far in this match.
A jumping knee strike.
He's been putting people away with that.
Gets to the midsection. Looking for the back shift. Double DDT. Am I doing Moxley with the near leg? And Benjamin kicks out 2.
He was also kind of close to the rope. I think he's doing the bulldog choke.
Yeah, he's looking for that rear naked bulldog choke with the point of the elbow underneath the jawline.
Yeah, he reversed the bulldog. It's just a regular, pretty much sleeper now.
Now into the final 60 seconds of this 20-minute contest. If Benjamin outlasts the clock, he will earn a future shot, or he can still try and beat this man as he forces Moxley to break the hold inside the ropes.
It's not in him to just relax and take the break either. He's going to try.
Perseverance, though, might be the key factor. Oh, it's got him, Moxley, with that freaking knee strike.
Yeah, but he's close to the ropes.
And Benjamin with the cover. Moxley able to get the sharper 2 again.
Oh, actually, he was smart. If you notice, he pulled him away from the rope before he covered him. Triangle!
About to say half a minute, though, measuring the mental fortitude of Jon Moxley.
Oh, my God.
Pats out.
That's an armbar triangle. That's a combination. Anderson Silva used this.
Put the shoulders down. And Moxley gets the win with just less than 20 seconds to spare, pushing Shelton Benjamin's shoulders down.
Dude, that was a triangle armbar combination. Anderson Silva did that at UFC 117 to come from behind and beat Chael Sonnen. The way he did that was perfect. He just left his shoulders vulnerable.
Pure awareness, though. Remember what Shayna Baszler says. You are most vulnerable yourself in a submission hold you're applying. Pure instinct and awareness by Jon Moxley to push forward Shelton Benjamin's body weight underneath him to pin the shoulders down for the 3 count as Shelton Benjamin just falls short of a chance for the Continental Championship. A hell of a first, though.
Dude, I think he had like 10 seconds left, too.
The awareness of Jon Moxley catching the all-collegiate guy Shelton Benjamin off card for 3 seconds was the difference maker.
Bro, he had about 10 seconds of some crap.
There's a great
That's a hell of an opener.
Match. Yeah, great match.
If this is the opener of Dynamite, we got a long night ahead of us.
Yeah, handshake approved out of respect here. Again, this is what AEW is all about. This is what Jon Moxley believes the Continental Championship deserves and what AEW deserves. You can't argue with the result here. That was pure fair and square, clean right down the middle. Buzzer beater
Damn.
victory.
All he had to do was survive about 7 or 8 more seconds, to be honest.
Well, all that Shelton Benjamin had to do was find a way to push Jon Moxley up. But again, like you said, he had that modified triangle in so deep, he couldn't relieve the pressure.
No. That's the thing.
Still,
you said it. You're so vulnerable when you're trying to submit somebody. You don't think
again,
about what you're doing, your own body's position. You just think about trying to tap somebody out.
Well, I know we are going to think about it again. We will still hear from our scumbag to come here later tonight as Bandido goes one with Sammy Guevara. As next week, MJF goes one with Bandido for the first time ever. Their second in-ring encounter since the Casino Gauntlet. Back it all in.
It sucks that Bandido's his first title shot because you know he's not going to win it. It's like, there's no way MJF's going to lose his first title.
That's it.
Will he be there?
I mean, I wouldn't rule it out, honestly, just saying. But still, though, a great opening contest here tonight on Dynamite.
I think you have to fly to Japan there,
Well, speaking of Japan, Walter, as we saw last Sunday, we honored a legend's career for the final time as Hiroshi Tanahashi took on Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada in his final match ever. And of course, Kazuchika Okada made the record 10 singles wins over the Ace. But it took the original Rainmaker to finally put Tanahashi down at the end for the 3 count. As we say, thank you, Ace. Forever the legend. Forever Ace.
They battled for damn near 22 minutes.
30 minutes, actually. And coming
30.
up next,
I meant to say 30.
Yeah, you're fine, dude. Coming up next, does Jack Perry have 2 friends? We'll find out trios action with the demand when AEW Dynamite returns to this commercial break. Fuck television.
30-minute match and about a 45-minute celebration at the end.
Every damn minute of that hour plus sensational setup for Tanahashi was worth Wrestle Kingdom alone. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and also every single minute that we talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling is more excitement for me to once again remind people that I hope that you enjoy the passion, the content, the coverage that we do. Again, shout out to our Canadian friend Ash. If you haven't already, don't be a dickhead. Subscribe to Data Bad for Wrestling. She will be coming very soon with a New Year's Dash and Wrestle Kingdom review. Shout out to Ash, who of course was part of the call with me and Walter for Wrestle Kingdom 20, as we hope to bring you more New Japan Pro Wrestling watch-alongs and calls later this year, including, but maybe not limited to, New Japan Cup Final, Sakura Genesis, Dominion, G1 Climax, Beginning and Final, and so much more. So please stay tuned, including a new beginning coming up in New Jersey here very soon. Anyway, Walter, again, Shelton Benjamin, though, he wanted to start new business after going to the Continental Championship. What do you think now holds, what do you think business now is in store for him, that the fact he lost to Jon Moxley fair and square for this opportunity?
I don't know. The fact that it happened in the last second, he might still deserve that title shot. You never know. Moxley might say, you know what? Just to prove it's not a fluke, let's do it. And give him a shot. You know what I mean?
Well, I could definitely see that. The merit of the wrestler, the merit of a man being, questioned by MVP who loves to influence everything, his own managerial ways. But honestly, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Shelton Benjamin and Jon Moxley run it back. That being said, who else is going to step up to the Death Rider next? Who else is going to try and take this cornerstone he now owns in the Continental Championship? Could Jon Moxley go as far with this title as Kazuchika Okada did? By the way, folks, Kazuchika Okada is still the AEW International Champion. The Unified Championship is officially retired.
So he still got that title to defend. So, because I was going to say, man, who knows if Okada wouldn't say, hey, I want to run that back.
Well, I mean, again, you think about the people that Okada beat Tenyu in his final match. Manabu Nakanishi in his final match. Hiroshi Tanahashi in his final match. Jon Moxley, though, has beaten a squad of aces in New Japan, including Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Yeah, he was IGWP champ, too.
And of course, speaking of champions, we now live once again in MJF's world as he now holds the Triple B. But we also know we heard the battle cry, and we will see more often than not Kenny by God Omega, as Kenny looks to prove he's not the belt collector, he's not the best belt machine, but a man that could be champion one more time. Could we see the Cleaner and MJF collide again for the AEW Men's World Championship? One last time, the Cleaner may ride high, or will MJF prove once again that he's better than him? One of the many names this year on the docket for MJF's Triple B, by any means necessary.
That might be Kenny Omega's last stance too, with diverticulitis, with his age, with everything. You don't know how many more opportunities you're gonna get.
And of course, we will see Kenny Omega return to action for the first time next week at AEW Dynamite Maximum Carnage. And now we get ready for Trios Action. And shout out to New York State of Mind, BK. And yes, we will be covering TNA's first AMC show next week. Stay tuned for more of that as far as what else we are going to do in the watch launch schedule to come for 2026. And thank you again for tuning in.
Time to find out. Oh, man. Time to find out who the surprise team is. Obviously, it's not going to be the Don Callis family's new team.
And it's not going to be Luchasaurus after the freaking Gates of Agony destroyed his arm on a guardrail, blasting it with a steel chair. It surprised me that the man were not heavily fined or suspended after assaulting security and using security even as a weapon. Jungle Jack Perry now finds himself alone against
I'm gonna guess Bang Bang Gang.
That's a fair shout, actually. We know how dangerous, though, that the Gates of Agony, Bishop Contoliona, have been since aligning themselves with Ricochet, as the man has tried to command everything. Again, folks that are tuning in just now, Jet Speed have not been mega clear to compete. They were assaulted by the Don Callis family and Demand prior to this.
Maybe two random people like Darby will help them or somebody else. But I'm going to guess Bang Bang Gang. Oh, that's going to be my main guess.
Jack Perry's not afraid of any fight. Oh, what?
You're a little bit ahead of me. Who is it?
You got to be kidding me. You'll know when you hear the riff.
Oh. Super Kick Party.
They said they weren't medically cleared in 2025, but it's a new year. The Young Bucks are back. Well, Kenny Omega said he has some unfinished business to attend to. We know what Kenny Omega's business is. I got the Young Bucks as well. When we talk about the Elite as a whole, have one last run of them as a tag team. The Young Bucks are back.
Yay.
Well, you think about Jack Perry and the Young Bucks had a very dark past. And the Bucks are back to their original ways. No pyro, no fire, but the Bucks dollars emptying on the entranceways. The Young Bucks of old tonight on AEW Dynamite. I did not see this comment, actually.
What a coincidence that they were able to return when Perry needed them the most.
Well, considering Jack Perry and the Young Bucks, of course, had their own fall in alignment. And bell rings are underway for this contest. Rick Knox, looks like everybody's coming out here for the first Dynamite of the new year. Let's begin, Walter. This is the first Dynamite of 2026.
That's right. I didn't even think about that until you just mentioned it. Like, it's like I knew it, but it didn't cross. Like, I didn't put two and two together almost.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Ricochet looks actually pretty good in that hat. He should wear it. And
right.
the split the ups right.
Well, when you have a dome shape like that, a hat just makes it look.
Well, it's also easier for the hat to sit on the head. But then again, what do I do? I don't wear hats. I wear a headset. Jack Perry, though, looking to make a sacrifice with a moonsault the outside, wiping out the Gates of Agony.
Dude's head looks like a freaking cue ball.
And Perry, like, it's fair. And great takedown. Look at the fire out. Jungle Jack Perry coming out here. Of course, previously facing Ricochet for his AEW National Championship. And with Luchasaurus, of course, was taken out. Of course, the Young Bucks, of course, previous AEW Tag Team Champions 3 times over. Jungle Jack Perry and the Young Bucks, who at one point were the best of friends. Nice flapjack takeover there on Ricochet. Triple team offense with the drop kick.
It's not elite anymore. I don't know. What do they even call themselves? Is it still elite?
Well, I would consider that Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are always going to be the elite for life. But clearly, all three men are taking their own paths here. And for the Young Bucks, it may not be about the money anymore. It may just be about the passion. As we're seeing the Young Bucks in full color here, you heard me right, folks. tassels and everything. Backbreaker over the knee.
It actually fits it because it looks jungle themed, so it fits it.
And it does to a degree, but they've always were known back in the original days for the tie-dye and the tassels.
Mm-hmm.
And Irish whip. And right now, Ricochet, by the way, has been completely isolated. The tarantula being applied here by Nick.
It's smart. You don't want them big two Samoans in there. Isolate Ricochet, the smallest guy.
And Jackson, Cazadora on Ricochet. Whoa, roll through face first.
Let's be fair. The other Jack Perry and Matt and Nick are big men themselves. You might as well isolate Ricochet.
Yeah, I'm about to say, though, as you see, Bishop Khan coming in Ricochet off that jumping implant DDT, saving Ricochet here at low bridge by the Gates of Agony. Young Bucks right now taking flight. Tope Suicidas wiping the Gates of Agony further away on the outside. And again, Jack Perry and Ricochet are the two legal men.
That was awfully close.
Nicholas Ferrante is also involved here in the chat.
That was awfully close to disaster. Matt's foot almost clipped that rope during that dive.
Yeah, from the backyards to the big stage. Oh! DDT and the senton, inside outside action, coming by Jack Perry inside the ring of Ricochet. Gets a 2.5.
Ricochet hasn't been able to breathe so far in this match.
Yeah, about to say, to your point, Irish whip, Jack Perry. Catching Ricochet with the run in the boot. Rick nods to the strap of Ricochet. See Bishop Khan picking the ankle, though. And giving Ricochet the advantage he needs to create an opening. Tag made a Total Leona now.
We desperately needed that tag on him since the bell rang. Since before the bell rang.
But to your point, all he's been doing is getting his butt kicked. And right now, Bishop Khan is saying him west to east against the apron and the barricade and into the timekeeper's area while Ricochet watches the Bucks on the outside. Oh, God!
That'll bruise both sides of your ribs.
And friggin' pounce by Total Leona, sending Jack Perry up and over. The demand in this match, as this continues, a restaurant quiet, picture in picture. Don't go anywhere. Fuck television.
That's a huge man, dude.
I'm about to say, I mean, Total Leona is like the weapon of the demand, if you ask me. And of course, the last time we saw the Young Bucks, by the way, they were being brutalized by the Darkalis family. Konosuke Takeshita and Tsuchika Okada, as both of them are trying to make an example out of the Bucks and who was stronger.
I don't blame Ricochet for surrounding himself with these two.
Me neither, for that matter. And of course, the Young Bucks, no strangers to the Gates of Agony. Let's not forget the Young Bucks, Damon and Page, previously beat the Embassy towards Strickland the Gates of Agony for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions. The cover now gets a 2 count.
I'm getting
what was that, Walter?
I'm getting an IHOP commercial. That pancake look good. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm about to say. And of course, still the kind of night, folks. We will hear from our scumbag, Maxwell Jacob Freeman. As we know, Kenny Omega will be back next week. We also know Bandido will face him next week. As Bandido goes one-on-one with Sammy Guevara. Will Nightingale have a celebration? Can the problem be solved in full color? And of course, we have a lights-out match, Lord help us, with Hangman and Swerve together against the Hook and Powerhouse Hobbs, and that will be our main event.
Celebrations are like contract signing. You know somebody's gonna come out. She's gonna figure out who her next challenger is. They're not gonna let her just celebrate.
I fear madness might ensue if you catch my drift, Walter. I'm just saying. And all 3 of those women have quite a history with Willow Nightingale and, dare I say, her best friends. Another reason why I love this women's division. So Leona wiping the Bucks out here. And again, Jack Perry has been isolated now by all 3 members of the demand. Now Ricochet directing traffic. The drop kick into Gary the back of the head. Bishop Khan with a running shotgun John Woo drop kick. Oh, God, the hip attack by Total Leona. Pendulum drop kick by Ricochet. It's just been nothing but an all-out assault against Jungle Jack Perry. Total the legal man brings that towards center into the cover. Hook the far leg. It's a 2.5. Total Leona and Bishop Khan, former participants also of the World Tag League, as I'm sure Ricochet will demand they have gold some point soon this year.
Yeah, it's Ricochet's turn to be. Sorry, it's Jack Perry's turn to be isolated like Ricochet was now.
That's typical, trio strategy. You pick a person and you keep them exploited in your corner. You cut the ring in half. It's tag team wrestling, trios wrestling 1-on-1.
Yeah.
We have back here on Dynamite here, Jeff Perry. Watch out! Watch out! Ricochet with a lariat.
He literally ricocheted off the rope and turned around and clotheslined him.
Pun intended by you, Punmeister. Critical moment here for Jungle Jet Perry to make the tag to Matt or Nick Jackson, who's stand ready. Fingertips away, and there's the tag. I believe that was made to Nick Jackson. Again, the Don Callis family that tried to literally sell the Young Bucks in for their souls with $1 million. The Young Bucks said no as they were assaulting Kenny Omega back at Full Gear. The double hip toss, meeting of the minds. Great awareness there by Nick. Whoa. Oh! Super kick. Escalera up to the top ropes. Great arm control with the deep arm drag to Ricochet. Johnson Brothers firmly on fire right now in the early going to the return to old form as Toliona stops the attempted super kick party that was about to be called out. And the crowd boos.
And this is where he loses control.
There's swing your partner. And again, the
dope.
Bucks super kicks. The Bucks, by the way, I forget which one's legal. I don't believe either demand's legal.
Nick.
And now Nick and Matt Jackson squaring up both members of the gates and crashing down them with elbows.
Nick was legal.
Off the top. It's the synergy of the Young Bucks that have carried them so long in their tag team career, Walter, quite literally.
Yeah.
To Toliona, up and over. Whoa!
Ooh.
Young Bucks. Took Ricochet. Singing from behind with the Destroyer. And finds himself in the grip of the Young Bucks now. What is this?
So one of the Bucks pins him. Did they get a title shot?
I mean, it's nothing out of the double stomps and a power bomb. I love that sequence cover. No.
Ooh, you got to give Ricochet credit for kicking out of that.
Amazingly creative offense, but to your point, great resilience by the AEW national champion as Jet Perry wiped the gates on the outside with the springboard moves off the second.
I wonder how much of that was just instinct.
Well, you talk about that innate sixth sense that a wrestler has, and the tag made now. I believe Jungle Jet Perry is legal. Again, folks, the residency for AEW will continue at Collision in Arlington, Texas, and then next we'll be back with Maximum Carnage. That'll be from Phoenix, Arizona, as we keep you up with what's going on across all things wrestling, including AEW, as we're covering AEW Dynamite tonight for the fun of it. And right now, it's Leona with the big splash in the corner. And you see right now, there's no way. No way.
Hey, JR business picked up, huh?
Are you fucking kidding me? Got 3 damn man for a crying out loud start this show for Samoa drop.
He's Samoan. It checks out. You can do a Samoan drop.
Y'all know what I mean? That might be the most powerful Samoan drop I've ever seen.
That was about
500. To be fair, but still.
That was about 550 pounds on his neck.
Yeah, give or take. Good Lord. And right now, Jungle Jet Prairie in a vulnerable state with Bishop Khan in the opposite corner.
Uh-oh.
By Bishop Khan.
This is going to be a good combo.
Yeah, about to say. And now Khan slinging up to the outside. Ricochet springboard. 450! And a counter. Dude, no!
When did he tag Ricochet?
Blind tag, dude. Again, it goes back to that non-verbal communication and Ricochet in disbelief after that sequence.
Well, hey, if he kicked out of that rope combination into the powerbomb, then hey.
Take a look at the replay here. That 450 was picture perfect, and Jungle Jet Perry did indeed get the shoulder up before the 3.
And he got all of it and in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, about to say, that was just pure instinct. Again, Jet Perry able to get out of that suplex, sidestep by Ricochet. Oh, wow, look at that. The wall kick, the German suplex, beautifully done by Jet Perry. Bishop Khan with the splash, though. Things are breaking down here once again, I fear. And Bishop Khan with the running brainbuster.
Dude, did he just do a running brainbuster? What the hell?
Big headbutt, intercept. Oh, and a headbutt in midair. The super kick, Bishop Khan. Toliona, though. Super kick by Jet Perry. Toliona does not budge, though. Toliona, the friggin' unmovable force here.
I don't even think Jet Perry can reach him.
And Khan closing the gates in, setting up Ricochet to hook Jeff Perry for Vertigo. In the middle of the ring, cover to Bucks with the save.
Remember this, there might be a bullet left in that spirit gun, Noah.
Yeah, possibly. As again, we are isolated with the two legal men right now inside the ring. That is Ricochet and Jungle Jack Perry.
He's loading it up now.
Great trios action here, though, in this second match of the night. Second match of AEW Dynamite. And load it up. Jack Perry ducks to the knee, throws through. Oh, catch a jumping knee. That was a solid mark right there. And up and over. Up on the fireman's carry. Jack Perry with the poison run-off.
The hell was that?
A super kick party. Super kick party right now. Super kicks for everybody. Totally on a still not off his feet. Yeah. Take him down to a knee. The triple super kick takes the big man out of the equation for the time being.
Yo, dude reversed a Death Valley driver into a poison rana. What the hell?
Ricochet up on the shoulders right now. Oh, does this look familiar? Escalera. What the hell? At the top, Nick Jackson wiped the gas on the outside. Jack Perry, though, Dynamite! What are you doing here? BT trigger!
Twice?
And Jack Perry sacrifice! The running knee strike! The counter back press! Jack Perry, the Bucks the win!
Smart, because the Bucks isolated the other. They jumped on top of the other two so they can't interfere.
That's as good as the trios match we're going to get here by AEW standards. That's for sure. A fine form. That's the Young Bucks nostalgia tonight. Helping out Jungle Jack Perry, wiping out Ricochet and the man tonight on Dynamite.
Perry couldn't do it when the title was on the line, but he did. Oh, he owns a pinfall victory over Ricochet now.
Well, I would definitely say he probably would get another shot at that, because if nothing else, we know Ricochet has a very fragile ego. Don't wait, man.
Is that something?
No, that's Mark Davis and Jack Doyle. Jack Doyle.
Oh, Doyle. God, I gotta get used to this.
Family. The gut wrench. Oh, God, a pile driver by Mark Davis to Matt.
Well, you want to make an immediate impact.
And big elbow strike to Nick. And the Don Callis family and the Demand running roughshod here against anybody that's opposed them, and Don Callis for that matter.
That's how you make an instant star on his debut. Look at this.
Yeah, this is how you make something into somebody. And you see Don Callis, remember, targeting his personal vendetta against the Bucks last year after they betrayed him.
Is that SS0? Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Kevin Knight and Dead Speed. Speed on my belly with hockey sticks. Little payback for that stuff from earlier.
Well, he is from Canada.
Oh, wait a minute.
The lights went out.
What the hell? Don't know what's happening. I can't see anything.
Okada's return? I don't know.
I mean, to Japan, I don't know. I don't see anything. Okay, sorry, folks. We got a blackout. What the?
Andrade.
Yeah, that's Andrade! The Sombra! Oh, the double underhook DDT!
Yeah, La Sombra. The shadows came. The lights went out.
You called it earlier, Walter. The messenger is back. The new Miami Night Empire, Andrade El Idolo!
Now the question is Takesha still part of the family?
Of course, introducing the Don Callis family last year at AEW Homecoming.
Bro, the Don Callis family just keeps getting deeper and deeper. I thought they were going to dysfunctional, Noah.
Yeah, well, apparently, 2026, they might be stronger than ever. Andrade El Idolo and Jake Doyle?
Imagine that Thanksgiving table.
And, of course, with Lance Archer and El Clone, who made his, of course, AEW Collision debut as the Young Bucks, Jack Perry, and Jet Speed lay out in front of the Don Callis family. Oh, wait a minute.
What is that?
The AEW Tag Team Champions, FTR.
This dude is in a wheelchair. Stop. Okay.
I don't feel sorry for him.
No.
What is this
Can
about,
happen to a nicer person.
Again, more questions than answers when it comes to AEW's tag team division. If there is an opposition to the Don Callis family, what the hell are the Young Bucks doing? What the hell is the freaking FTR doing out here, though?
That's mommy.
I mean, I guess they do have history with, of course, Jet Speed and the Young Bucks and Jurassic Express to a degree, but that was random. And were they in Andrade, possibly? Well, more questions than answers, but one thing's for certain. Our Lights Out match is still to come. But coming up next, get ready to smile and celebrate with the new smiling face of TBS. As we have the AEW TBS Chamberlain Nightingale live celebration up next on Dynamite after this commercial break. Fuck television. So
the lights went out already.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. AEW is responsible for that, clearly. And that was obviously staged by Don Callis, the invisible hand, at work again. Good God, this Don Callis fan keeps getting deeper and deeper.
Pitching boy.
Anyways, we got a commercial break here. Again, I hope everyone's enjoying the coverage, the conversation, the reactions, everything that we do here. If you enjoy what we do with wrestling, stay tuned. We level up with some gaming. Check this out. And whether it's him rage quitting or something we do cooperatively or competitively, you can stay tuned very soon in this calendar year with the return of Super Reliable Gaming, with all sorts of gameplay, sorts of games, and game conversations here throughout the Super Reliable Studios, bringing you all forms of entertainment in and out of wrestling, combat sports, and video gaming, whether you're competitive or casual or simple. And of course, Walter, you have a lot of great stuff coming up too when it comes to the UFC and the MMA, don't you?
Oh yeah, the UFC's debut is just a few weeks away, and Paramount Plus, first ever live event. Gaethje Pumble and the return of the female GOAT, Amanda Nunes, as she goes after the women's welterweight championship for Harrison.
That and so
I
much
can't
more.
wait.
That's so much more as you can expect. Walter Cruz on the call, his own Mara Ranello, or that Jimmy guy used to be part of WWE. As of course, we keep you in tune for all the things to come again. As New York guys, next week we'll be covering both AEW Dynamite Maximum Carnage as well as the AMC premiere of TNA Impact Wrestling. You only get one chance to leave a good first impression, Impact. Don't blow it.
Right. Because I know AEW is making a good ass impression of their first Dynamite of the year.
Well, I mean, again, last year they set up the new year. This year they're kicking off the new year, which is crazy to think about.
And this Saturday's going to be the first collision of the year, right?
No,
last week.
Yeah. Remember El Clone debut? The problem appears to be a problem for Timeless Toy Storm. The mega problems might be a mega problem very soon for the tag team champions. And Darby Allin's trying to get free of the Death Riders. That being said, we are back at AEW Dynamite. Grab a drink and get ready to celebrate as we welcome in the new smiling face of TBS with the remarkable Renee Paquette.
Willow. Wow, they set that up quick, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
A double champ!
How can you not be smiles for this baby face that has touched everybody's heart, whether you watched her in action in AEW or not, after the tender embrace by Chris Statlander, so proud of her friend, as Willow Nightingale at Walter's point, is a double champion!
I actually do what I said.
Chris Statlander does not use the freaking confetti popper. Of course, Walter, was last week on New Year's Smash that we saw Willow Nightingale take down the CEO in a match that was near 600 days in waiting for redemption, as the Babe with the Power Bomb became the Babe of TBS once again.
Yep. I hope they do that. They have the tag team titles on Collision and then TBS title on Dynamite. You could do that. Look at Statlander picking her up.
And again, Chris Statlander could not be happier for the journey that both her and Willow have been on to reach this point to be the faces of AEW.
Oh, I thought the lights were getting messed up now.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, you got bad weather out there? What's going on with you people?
The lights went out, right?
I mean, the lights, yeah, I think they must have had a power outage. But hey, we still got Will on our screen, so who cares? Yeah, baby! Will not go!
The 2-belt tour in Tulsa.
I love it. Yeah. I love this summit of women's champions. It's my favorite company women's champions right now. This is beautiful.
I think they meant to put a spotlight on her and they screwed up or something.
Yeah, I think you're right, but I think they got figured out. Some of things really matter. Here with Renee. Beautiful, busty, badass, blonde babe, Harley Cameron. We all love Harley. We're all happy for Harley. Proud of Harley.
Let's see what she calls Chris Statlander.
The women's title champion. We did a suburb of Union. Could have been reunited with my championship. Yep.
And Statlander, right?
And that's pretty sweet. But I must be reunited with the AEW World Women's Champion, the incomparable, amazing Chris Statlander. Don't fucking rock the stats where it's at! Better than Jade Cargill, better than Jesse J, damn it! I mean, your girl loves some cake. I mean, who doesn't love cake? But the one she loves most of all is this. She loves to fight, love the competition. We all love cake. We all love cake.
We love Willow.
We're also going to touch on our challengers. Because you want to be TBS challenger, or you want to be tag team challenger. The girl wants it. I'll do 2 fights in one night. Oh, whoa.
Don't overwork yourself. That's what pro wrestling about.
Damn right. But if somebody wants to come crash into my party, they want me to be listen.
Hey, she got a point. I said that was gonna happen. Look, she.
I know it's pretty much we have something to say. So Mercedes, join us. Oh, that's nice. She invited Mercedes Monet to the party. And when she'll accept the invitation. The Baker's former TBS champion, now 9 belts Monet. Of course, still the CML Women's World Champion, losing the Rep Speed of Bruiserweight Championship to Windsor, and losing the Ring of Honor Women's World Television Championship to Red Velvet.
I think the CEO has been demoted.
It looks like the CEO is attending her own funeral.
She's mourning.
Oh. I mean, we talked about before, though, Walter. She did have the longest reign in TBS titles history, as well as the second highest defense record, just one short of Jade Cargill in successes.
Mm-hmm.
Defending that title in and out of AEW.
Yeah, I talked all that smack, but dude, you can't deny what happens when the bell rings, bell to bell with her.
I'm about to say, let's see what's going for the head of the CEO right now. She gonna show her face?
Get him, Ray. Get him.
So much stuff is better. Yeah, and it's about 2025. I mean, she did to a degree. PWI #1, Women's Wrestler of the Year. Sports Illustrated #1 Wrestler of the Year. From country to country. See how respectful Willow is? This is what more people should be. Yeah, it's Ultimate Lene. Because you had to dig deep to get back this championship back. Accurate. Once again, the face of TBS. Take a screenshot of that. Let's get some cake and have a great time. Oh. Is Monet going to speak? Or is she going to lose it?
She's going to scream and snap.
Yep. Yep. Well, at least
Kind of like,
Chris Statlander who saved the cake.
didn't she snap about a steak or something last time with Tony?
Oh, Harley Cameron pushing Monet. And when like, oh! Oh, no. It just got bad to worse for the CEO. Well, get to the midsection. That's one way to crash the party. As the band with the power bomb makes Monet eat the cake with her cake. What a scene right here, Walter. How you feel about this picture?
It couldn't have happened to a better person.
Damn. Well, we're going to celebrate about someone eating cake, right? Again, folks, welcome to the era of Willow. The two-time TBS champions got a conga line in the ring with Willow, Harley, Chris, and Renee enjoying the falling kick on Mercedes Monet. Oh, man, that's got to be the ultimate embarrassment. Anyway. Congratulations again to Willow, Chris Statlander, Harley Cameron, and Incredible 2025. Speaking of 2025, last year on the Star 2026, we saw the debut of El Clone of the Don Callis family getting involved in the match against Hechicero and Commander. Of course, El Clone was the guy that put Hologram on the shelf. At first things first, baby. And my boy, my Briscoe, about to give us something good to say. He did the what? Been our TNT champion since November 2025. Been sitting back, enjoying the Continental plastic. That's amazing. Darren G, I'm always enjoying it. It's my favorite show every week, so it's good to see you as well in the chat as well. Have time to recuperate, regenerate, rejuvenate, recalculate. You feel dangerous. And lately, I'm not doing so good. Why you not doing so good, Mark Briscoe?
Let's see how much that belt costs, that TNT replica. I like that one.
Right, I did too. On the feeding at home.
Oh, who's gonna scratch this itch?
So whoop that ass.
You just missed Willow's celebration, Lee.
They catch a zero, the TNT title. Coming for a circle. He knows the zero, the bam man. Wait, is he calling out to Cero? You know, you don't mind. Let me peek into the future. Saturday, TNT.
It's a Cero as a sorcerer, not a freaking fortune teller.
Don't question Mark Briscoe's wisdom. Going nowhere. The team at town, my girl Willow gang, going nowhere. The conversation we all kind of strapped up, daddy. With this.
We ain't going nowhere. What about Roderick Strong? Is he part of this or not?
Where they reign and defend. Well, coming up this Saturday, Mark Briscoe giving us wisdom and also giving us his next challenger for the TNT Championship. Mark Briscoe goes one-on-one with the Alchemist, Hechicero, looking to bring gold to the Don Callis family.
Dude, something's been going on with the technology. Did you see that go out?
Yeah, I did. And also, Maximum Carnage might have far more than technical difficulties as MJF goes one-on-one against Bandido, defending his AEW Men's World Championship, his Triple B for the first time ever against the most wanted man and the Ring of Honor World Champion.
Hey, could be some kind of day. You could be messing up on purpose.
Hello to my favorite spooky faction in wrestling, Sky Blue, Julia Hart, and Beck. We were just talking about them earlier, Triangle of Madness.
I thought they might have interfered the party instead of Mercedes.
As friends of yours, a bitumen waiting. Widow game with a light tube. Oh, you and your two love friends. The Comrades of AEW Women's Champions.
We're gonna get a 6-woman tag.
I'm for it. Sky Blue, Julia Hart, Fekla versus Chris Statler, Harley Campbell, and Nightingale. Give me that the first half of the year for every title and every violent stipulation possible.
I don't know. I just want to see TBS title and the world title get defended, though.
Hey, I'll get toxic with AEW every day of the week, and we're gonna get toxic next week. It's official. Next week is the trios match. Chris Statler and the Bears of Rev might have first challengers coming at them as the Triangle of Madness, Sky Blue, Julia Hart, and Fekla take on the trios of women's champions next week at Maximum Carnage.
Don't introduce a women's trio title, please. Don't.
They're not gonna do
this.
that, dude. Come on now. They're not gonna do that. AEW is not that stupid.
They're starting to get too many 3-women group.
Dude, the only 3-women group right now is the Champions by Friendship and the Struggle What the fuck you talking about?
Watch, they're gonna start adding more. They better not. Oh God, do I have to stare at this guy?
Because Sammy Guevara is going one-on-one Bandido as we continue action here. Did I mention this is my favorite women's? Did I mention this is my favorite women's division, not called Stardom?
Yeah, I know. Here we go. Sammy got
Sammy Guevara trying to say this is his year.
Yeah, please go back down to ROH. You're a poor man's Travel Guerrero.
Damn. Tell us how you really feel, Walter. Wow. Sammy Guevara, of course, looking to become the Ring of Honor World Champion. He was part of Survivor of the Fittest last year at Final Battle. In fact, he was the first eliminated.
He barely got the tag titles. He wants to already jump up to the world title.
Well, you know, it's a new year, right? Call your shot early and see what happens. Kazuchika Okada did Wrestle Kingdom 6. Look what happened to him. I don't think Sammy Guevara is nearly as good as Okada. But, you know, you never know. As here comes everyone's favorite wrestler of the last year, the most wanted, still Guevara Men's World Champion, Bandido!
Just give him the card so he can draw 21 already.
And of course, Walter, you hope that Bandido will hit the jackpot, but I think more people have him to bust next week when he goes to the Triple B to look to become a double champion. First time type in AEW history as MJF goes one with Bandido for the first time ever next week at Maximum Carnage after winning the Dynamite Diamond Ring. The only other man besides MJF to win that accolade being Ricochet in the Hammerstein Ballroom during Holiday Bash.
I kind of wish you could just call your shot with it and say when you want it. Not Maximum Carnage is too soon, man, because you know that's going to be an L for Bandido. I'm kind of upset about that.
And of course, Aubrey Edwards, the Fisherman's Contest. Let's hear it for Aubrey! One of my favorite referees in this business. Shout out to Reshu Zumino, by the way, and Bob Sasaki and Marty Asami. And Jessica Carr. She does a great job, too.
Does Sammy and Dom have a mustache convention and decided to grow the same one?
Well, one of them is a far less egotistical prick. The other one is far less injury prone. And also one's a father. So you tell me. A big old bird to Bandido's face. And MJF still to come later as Bandido draws. And here we go. First, the fact of the matter is these two are facing each other first time ever one-on-one, by the way, Walter, despite the fact they've been in AEW for such a long period of time and have a similar background here.
Yeah. Still amazing, right?
Well, again, goes to show
this is a year of first already.
Well, it goes to show that AEW actually has variety versus some places. Bandido right now taken down with the wrist lock exchange here.
Damn, when was the last time Sammy was on Dynamite instead of ROH? It's been a minute.
Well, I mean, the last time that Bandido and Sammy Guevara faced each other was all the way back in 2019, to put that in perspective, in Riot Wrestling back in February. And the last time that Sammy and Bandido shared a ring was back in November. As far as Sammy Guevara being AEW television, it's been a damn long time. Ooh, and a bump kick right there.
Sheesh. Was it back when he was with Jericho?
The Spanish God, of course, fall out with Chris Jericho. And
was that the last time we saw him on Dynamite?
No, the last time that we saw him on AEW Dynamite was actually 2020. Well, actually, no, I think you're right. It might have been 2024 with Jericho. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was 2 out of 3 falls in AEW All In No. Yeah, AEW Dynamite. It was Sammy and Ricky. There it was. I finally remembered it. Sammy and Ricky, of course, had their one-on-one match at Dynamite Homecoming back in 2024 when Ricky was absolutely on upswing in October. So that was the last time he was actually on a Dynamite. But he's been on pay-per-views. Bandido catching Sammy. Let's not forget, Sammy and Dustin used to be AEW World Tag Team champions. Or Ring of Honor champions, excuse me. Of course, betraying the Von Erichs and Dustin Rhodes and going to Los Fashions and Monopolies alongside Rush, the Beast Mortos, and El Jalistico. And see right now, Sammy might be looking for something underneath the ring. That's AEW for you, dude. Oh, that's spit take.
Do you have a sixth sense of when I'm streaming? Do you have to do this?
DDT!
Get out of here. You're not a 10-pound chihuahua.
And Sammy Guevara posing to be the future Ring of Honor World Champion. Can he take one step closer? Stay tuned as this commercial break is full of ego. Also, fuck television.
Sammy, get out of the way. You're in my JR shot.
I'm about to say, again, I cannot say enough good things about good old JR. Back on commentary. I don't think JR's wearing his glasses tonight.
I think Sammy's messing with him, too.
Well, right now he's taking the headset of Tony Schiavone as only he can. Arrogant prick. Doing his own commentary. Off!
And he super kicked the Bandido.
Of course, brash, young, arrogant, former multiple-time TNT champion, getting the better of Bandido here in the early going. Also, of course, a father for, his child alongside Continental.
Disrespecting the ROH champion.
And again, folks, just to bring you up to speed, still coming tonight, MJF will appear in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I'm sure he'll have something to say regarding both Bandido and Kenny Omega. Soon Kenny Omega will return to action next week, along with all those other challenges that called him out. At the cover, Aubrey Everett gets a 1 count. Again, shout out to Aubrey. Appreciate it.
I can't wait to see who. You know what? You might as well face them all month by month.
Well, I mean, I don't think that would be a problem. Speaking of a problem, we still have yet to see if Marina and Shafir can be solved by Timeless Toni Storm on behalf of her fallen lover that got smothered in mother's milk. First kick, back press, hook the near leg by Sammy, gets a 2 count on Bandido during this picture-in-picture.
You can put me in mother's milk whenever you want.
Walter!
Oh, I'm sorry.
The kind of night, our lights out match main event as Hangman and Swerve take on the Opps, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Cruz. Most dangerous tag team, I believe, in AEW history, if we're being quite honest here.
I'll let Shafir put me in mother's milk if Tony lets me ref the bisexual brawl.
No, stop that! Bloody hell. Again, folks, you want more of this pun and this humor, subscribe today, follow us, continue to follow us here at the Super Reliable Studios. We keep you in tune, particularly of AEW, but also all things wrestling. Oh, God, comment a fresh kick running in. White Bandido out there. And now Sam in the cover, hook the near leg, gets a 2 counts as Aubrey Edwards. Of course, like I said,
Sammy has been surprisingly dominant.
Well, ever since that spit taking advantage of Bandido, he's been in full control to your point. Again, freaking scumbag of a different sort here. Taking advantage, of course, behind the referee's back and finding a way to use the environment to his advantage on the outside. Of course, Bandido's also been putting in far more work than Sammy Guevara this last calendar year since being Ring of Honor World Champion since Dynasty and defending that in Mexico, Ring of Honor, and AEW, if we're being honest here.
And the match of the year against Cesaro last year.
Or Konosuke Takeshita, or surviving the first ever Survival of the Fittest for the Ring of Honor World Championship. You be the judge. Or Mascara Dorada, not once, but twice. And we're back here in HBO Max and TBS here, Tulsa, Oklahoma, BOS Center here. Sammy.
Not to mention defending the tag title half the year, too.
Yeah, I'm about to say, bro, Dito from AEW Tag Team Champions, to your point. As, of course, Bandido is also putting himself to work, warming himself up before facing MJF for the first time ever at Maximum Carnage next week for the AEW Men's World Championship. So we're going to miss
7 days.
Open pawn strike, lighting up Sammy Guevara's chest like a branding iron. Sammy felt all of that. Again, look at Bandido here. That's we're going to miss. Sammy drops down low. Again, Bandido, who really ended 2025 in a massive way, looking to start strong in 2026, as I'm sure he and Brody King both have intentions. And Sammy and Bandido right now keeping up pace with each other in respective corners here, running in on opposite sides, scouting. Whoa! The jumping kick taking Sammy Guevara off his feet as Bandido beats Sammy quite literally to the punch and kick. And Bandido catching Sammy with the big uppercut, springing up to the top rope. Beautiful corkscrew tornado out of the corner. How impressive is freaking Bandido? Seriously.
Dude, I know he didn't win the SRS Superstar of the Year, but he was mine.
The Power One, a military press. Sammy Guevara down. Big pump kicks and Sammy Guevara to the outside now. And Sammy on the outside. Bandido on the right. Topic on it low. Just missing the announce desk and wiping out Sammy Guevara.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say inches away from the damn table.
Take a look at the replay here, Walter. Look at this freaking highlight reel.
Dude, yo, he cleared the ropes. That was just effortlessly. Yeah.
Bandido makes it look so effortlessly. And you figure about again, Bandido winning here against Sammy Guevara, former multiple-time TNT champion. This only further motivates Bandido and adds momentum, of course, ahead of facing MJF next week. Take it a few seconds, though, to recuperate here and get her his bearings. Bringing Sammy back inside the ring. Sammy Guevara back inside the ring. Bandido, though, looking for the springboard. Sammy gets out of the way. Jumping in. Looking for the monkey flip. Oy vey. That was messy. Landing awkwardly in the ropes. And that right knee, of course. Remember how bad Blake Christian attacked the arm of Bandido, but Hechicero also destroyed the body of Bandido during Survival of the Fittest, that final battle last month.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Sammy's bleeding.
He got a bloody nose. It looks like might have busted his nose earlier, but we also know that Sammy Guevara can be quite local, not tranquilo. Shooting star press to the floor.
Oh my God! While Bandido was standing, not laying down.
Again, sensational aerial offense by this viral sensation in his own right.
He's arrogant and cocky, but you can't deny his talent. Shit.
Well, again, young, brash, and arrogant is the story of this generation.
Tell me about it.
Sammy trying to line up Bandido, possibly for the go to hell. Now up on the fireman's carry, Argentine backbreaker position. Looking to hit the knee. Nope, Bandido able to block it. Now Bandido and trying to hoist him up. Sammy again got Bandido hoisted up. Looking for the go to hell. The inside created by Bandido. Opposition to cover. And Sammy able to kick out. Bump kick. And right now.
Get ready to deal the cards.
Oh. Dead center being the dealer to the punch. The cover off the springboard cutter. Kick out Bandido at 2.
He definitely counted that 21. You got to believe that's what he was going to go for.
No, there's no doubt in my mind. And great awareness by Sammy Guevara off the second rope springboard cutter, catching Bandido on the run in for a near fall. That was definitely one of the highlight counter moves of the night, though, Walter. Great timing by Sammy Guevara, able to intercept. And now Bandido hoisting up Sammy. Pop! Jesus Christ, what a falling cutter! The pump kick now sends Sammy back in position. The deer looking to show his hand, looking for the 21. But what the hell? Sammy there on his feet. Oh, man, runs him at that knee, turning Bandido inside out. And now Sammy. Oh, God! Runs him down the cover, press with the front leg, kick out 2.5.
You got to give him credit, too. Smart. You notice what he lifted both legs up?
I'm about to say, Sammy's so refined in his counter wrestling here against Bandido in their second ever one-on-one encounter, first ever one-on-one encounter here tonight on AEW, beating Bandido to every finishing hold, it feels like.
I think he's studied it. He's wanted this title shot so bad.
Well, to your point, how long has he been waiting to get back on Dynamite to show what he truly is capable of? He's making the most of his time tonight and his chances.
Ready? And he's been fighting at least, this match has been going on at least 10 minutes, too.
Sammy,
but that's where he's going to make a mistake. Don't mock him.
I'm about to say, looking to shoot and miss it. Oh, God, Revolution X knee! Guevara literally on his feet. Bandido once again looking to show his hand with a 21. Blocks! Bridge cover home to Bandido with the win!
Dealer didn't bust that time. Actions speak louder than words. He used too talking.
Pretty damn good match, though, I gotta say, by both men here. Bandido turned Sammy inside. Oh, wait a minute.
Do 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 do. Is he gonna wear a sombrero or something to make fun of him? What's he gonna do?
All he has to wear is that Triple B, bro, to show how better he is than you, and you know it. As again, here comes our brand new AEW Men's World Champion. 2026 is the year of MJF. But we also did talk about earlier, next week, his first defense will be against Bandido in a first time ever one-on-one matchup. Looks like he's going to have some words to say.
Oh, God.
MJF, of course, bursting back on the scene, cashing in his contract he won last year at All In, and winning that
Threw a piece of gum at the crowd.
What would you expect anything less from him?
No.
And of course, at World's End, reclaiming his Triple B, pinning Samoa Joe. Looks like he's got a translator here.
And yeah, who is this? A translator, I guess?
I believe so.
I think Bandido knows English, asshole.
Stereotypical. To be honest, guys, everyone knows about Lucha Libre. It's me. Well, he is a former CMLL World Champion. So that arena match go multiple times.
He did fight Mystico and everyone.
Former CMLL World Champion. Talk about Mystico.
Mm-hmm.
Mystico. Who
It's
cares?
a
It doesn't
mystery.
matter. He's a Lucha Libre legend. Bandido says, no, 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 no. No offense, with respect. I'm a bigger star in Mexico than you'll ever be. What?
Uh-oh.
Sammy's saying, I think you got a lot of potential. You're talented. Because there's respects potential, there's culture, and a country. Oh, that's John Cruz. Hello, John. To make sure we don't get our wires crossed. Gentlemen, please translate. Okay. Bandido, bandido, bandido. Walter, translate, please.
He said, congratulations for another big victory. You were okay, but you don't compare with MJF. The best champion in AEW ever. The best champion of the Lucha Libre. The only reason we give you this talk, the most important, that he's won, and he broke that son of a bitch Mystical.
Okay, you're starting to make Bandido for fuego. Please continue, Walter. This is great.
He pretty much said everything MJF said.
Everyone, thank Walter Cruz for the translation. Nobody wants to be here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. My buddy King is not too far from there, about to say. Saying he's a good kid, got Spunk, got Moxley. I have 6 Dynamite diamond rings. That's true. That he does. And I can remember not a single one of them on. There's the asshole chant. We were waiting for that.
No longer a scumbag chant.
Charlotte Fink. It's right from the ring on the finger. Doesn't belong to you. It belongs to me.
Belongs to me.
So all due respect, I'd like you to hand the ring over to me. Let's skip the match from our time. That ain't gonna happen. We'll be able to absolute crap out of you. You don't have a prayer? Really? I think everyone believes Bandido has a chance. It's a pretty good proposition. Scout's on her. I want to bet right now. What's on the concept right now? Matter of fact,
I'll put you over.
I'm willing to let you know, Red 11 preview, in 5-10 years from now. Oh, please. Revolution's in March.
He's just gonna translate it.
I don't think Bandido needs a translation.
Yeah, I could sworn he spoke English. I can speak
You're right.
English.
You're right.
Uh,
You stupid son of a bitch!
Hey, I can speak English, you stupid son of a bitch.
All right. Yeah, Bandido's fired up here. Okay.
MJF, don't throw a punch. He's got the ring on his fist.
Oh, right below
He
the
did.
belt, you were saying, Walter.
He did throw a punch. He threw a kick.
MJF, again, there is no level this man will stoop down to make sure that he has the advantage or he is the talking point. Now stealing Bandido's Dynamite Diamond ring.
Yo, he seriously just took it off his finger. What the hell?
Now John Cruz holding Bandido up for MJF to square off with. But just break John Cruz!
He's going to hit this
There goes the
one on him.
Stooge! 100K punch, missed the target! Oh, and a low blow to MJF. Turn out fair play.
One low blow deserves another, I guess.
As Bandido once again claims his crown ring. And it looks like Bandido may not be done yet. Look at that kid, John Cruz with a 21 flash. Holy hell!
Yo, he did a release one to him.
And MJF might be looking to be the second one at the end of that can. MJF being to go for the 21 flax. The hell of a sell there by our scumbag. Bandido completely fired up here on all cylinders as he eyes the prize that could be him next week. The Triple B. 1 week from the night, folks. Bandido, MJF, first time ever. Don't count out the most wanted, dead or alive, from reaching the summits.
That title bigger than Bendo shit. I don't think he wants that version of it, though.
Yeah, well, either way, could we be looking at the first Mexican AEW Men's World Champion? First time in one matchup. Ain't that something fun? First time in one matchup. MJF, Bandido, more than capable for the AEW Men's World Championship. Next week, Wednesday night on Diamond Maximum Carnage.
He just hit the 21 to both of them. If he hits that next week, we got a new champ.
But coming up next, will we see a problem solved as Thomas Storm goes one-on-one with Marina Shafir after this commercial break? Fuck television.
Will
Okay,
Toni Storm spoil?
Awesome.
Can she spoil the ending?
Well, I mean, about to say, Marina Shafir says, I don't have a problem, but apparently I've become your problem. Is the problem the fact that I've squeezed your partner closer and tighter than you ever had? Damn. And at the end of the day, Marina Shafir is straight up badass. Of course, we saw the Mega Prawns run roughshod this past Saturday, but we did see the Thomas Love Bombs, Nina, Shirakawa, and Thomas Storm get the better. We all like Nina. Of course, High-End and Maya World. By the way, congratulations again to High-End Maya World. Welcome to All Elite Wrestling. We're the best wrestlers. Hope you have an incredible journey and career. But we also saw the fallout and tension continue to ensue when Thomas Toy Storm attacked Shafir when it looked like Shafir was going to get involved in Darby Allin's match against Scrappy Yappy Yuta, as Darby Allin's trying to get free this year of the Death Riders, but he still has to deal with Derek Garcia Yuta before he can get to the Bastard Pac, the only Death Rider he hasn't beat yet. Plus, Gabe Kidd, for all we know, he still probably wants to get a hold of Darby Allin, but that's a whole different conversation.
I think that's who Darby was looking for earlier, but I'm like, I don't think Gabe Kidd is in Oklahoma. He's back in Japan.
Well, considering he challenged Andrade to a match in Osaka next month, where the winner will challenge Yota Tsuji for the championship, wouldn't surprise me. Friggin' New Japan and AEW are running rampant right now, with even wilder starts to their years than other companies. And we're just starting.
Dude, Wrestling King. I still can't get over Wrestling Kingdom.
Big up. Anyway,
I watched it again yesterday, just on my
same,
own, just for the hell
same.
of it.
Did you watch the entire video package? By the way, at the end when he used high energy, showing Hiroshi Tanahashi's entire career, that was so awesome.
Oh yeah, when they said 2001, 2, 3, that.
Yeah, and of course the final note of love that embraced the Tokyo Dome, 47,000 strong. That's professional wrestling. Damn it, learn something, other companies. Still, we just started, but man, that show's so much good. Anyway, again though, Walter,
I gotta go see New Year's Bash. I didn't see it.
Yes, please do. And again, stay tuned, folks, for our friend Barry from Wrestling, our Canadian friend Ash, for her review, of course, for Wrestle Kingdom 20 and New Year's Dash to come very soon at Barry for Wrestling Sky today. Okay, Walter, so go ahead, talk about this real quick in the most professional way possible. This is the first time ever one-on-one matchup, believe it or not, folks. But this has been brewing since freaking Blood and Guts. After Thomas Storm had to surrender as Mina Shirakawa was being smothered and beaten like a government mule by the Mega Problems, Marina Shafir, and of course, Megan Bain. Of course, the Mega Problems lost to the Timeless Law Bombs in a Holiday Hardcore Death match in the AEW Women's Tag Championship Tournament. But since then, physically escalated from there with Mixed Nuts Mayhem and Pockets, maybe causing envy as of late for Thomas Toy Storm and Mina Shirakawa.
Mixed Nuts. It's I don't know. She's just looking to get revenge for Mina, but that might blind her. Or revenge can be blinding, and she only be focused on that, and that might be what Mina needs to do. But if she slaps the mother's milk on Toni the way she did Mina, it's over for Toni. But Toni's hoping to spoil that.
And of course, Brody King looking to bring violence! Violence!
Is he back in the singles division?
That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, again, they're always brothers, but Brody King might be looking for a new start this year. And he says coming for the throne. Uh-oh. But Big Bad Brody King might be looking to get his day in the spotlight. Speaking of which... Thank you, Walter. As Spotlight, please, where King's not in the chat, as we welcome in Toni Storm. With
the reason
the Butler.
I have the shirt on for a reason.
Led the women's division last year in 2025 on singles wins with 20 single wins. Of course, our record-setting 4-time AEW Women's World Champion and the best on the mic as voted by Sports Illustrated. This one-of-a-kind character that has taken to the spotlight and on your silver screen in full color.
She's 1-0 already.
Yeah, but that might turn to 1-on-1 if this Death Rider has her way with her. Because guess what, Oklahoma? You got the problem.
Without a solution.
Much to your point, no one's been able to find a solution yet to Marina Shafir. This Death Rider, who's also 1-0 to your point, who was on a lethal run through most of the later half of 2025, dares you to defy her and find a solution to her.
That girl
only got bloodier and more violent when it came to the timeless Toni Storm and Marina Shafir since that first encounter in Blood and Guts.
That girl is ripped beyond rip.
You called it yourself, Walter. You call her the most lethal combatant in the AEW Women's Division that fears no woman nor man.
I think she's very well capable of running the Death Riders herself.
And of course, Marina Shafir already does that to a degree as she trains everyone in the Death Riders, including John Moxley. Of course,
there we go. Shoes off.
Well, again, she is a former mixed martial artist, one of the 4 horsewomen of MMA. Former, of course, discipline, Judokan, and Jiu-Jitsu. Thomas Toy Storm, though, squaring up, it looks like, with fisticuffs. Again, folks, first ever one-on-one matchup. Nobody in the corners. Bell rings are underway for Paul Turner for this contest. The only one out here is Blue for the Butler. You almost wonder if Thomas Toy Storm asked Mina Shirakawa to stay away from this.
We just saw our first Judokan gold medalist in New Japan debut. Now look, Marina.
Yeah, Aaron Wolf, of course, became the network champion, beating Evil. Thank Christ. The step over. Marina Shafir, great cartwheel escape into the rear naked hold. And of course, talk about the judo and the mixed martial arts background. You being, of course, an expert at MMA, Walter, can talk much more about the disciplines of Marina Shafir and why it makes her so dangerous here.
There's a judo throw right there and immediately into an ankle lock. Or actually, Marina, she's not doing an ankle lock. She's crossing her legs.
Remember what she asked me and Shirakawa to do, by the way. Do better. You wonder if Toni Storm can do better. And Travis
I don't know. Oh my god. Oh, I thought she was gonna add it to the legs.
Toni Storm,
nice kick up.
A former World of Stardom champion, NXT UK Women's Champion, of course, is right now just whipping Marina Shafir by her ponytail. The boot kick right there. Drive Shafir to the outside. Coming up next to the con, by the way, folks, a lights out main event. Hip attack, drive Shafir to the floor.
Shafir can't forget how strong Toni is either.
This has been a tremendous episode of Dynamite, by the way, top to bottom. This has been great.
Hell yeah.
Open palm. And they see the Death Riders with Yuta and Daniel Garcia also at ringside.
Damn.
There's nothing innocent about any of these Death Riders here.
Don't forget, they put their hands on Toni already in that mixed nuts match. So, they're not afraid to put their hands on her.
Oh, well, right now, they need to focus on Marina Shafir. As Toni Storm's trapped in a triangle, and Shafir literally dragging Toni Storm by her hair back towards center of the ring. There's a cover, though. We saw the stack up earlier. Cost Shelton Benjamin. Nearly got her there. Oh, Hiranagi. Marina Shafir against Death Riders versus the World, and Shafir is commanding this match so far. Will the problem be solved? Stay tuned for a special quiet picture-in-picture. Don't go anywhere. Fuck television. I do wonder, though, does Shafir and Megan Bayne still have intentions of becoming AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions?
It was this.
And right now, Shafir and Toni Storm, again, squaring up in the middle of the ring. Shafir, of course, like I said, current Defy Women's Champion. Toni Storm, former 4-time AEW Women's World Champion, losing to Chris Statlander last year at All Out when she called her own bloody mother. And lost the follow-up one-on-one match first for those two at Wrestle Dream. Mother. Beautiful.
These are nice counters with the pin, but that's not the real way you reverse a triangle. You have to step through and cause the space in between the legs of the other person.
But
you have to literally step through it.
You and I talk about this all the time, though, Walter. This isn't the MMA. This is professional wrestling, damn it. And we're in AEW where they actually work and wrestle, damn it.
I know. I'm pointing out to people how you really reverse a triangle, but you got to be quick because it'll cut you. It'll cut your oxygen off real quick.
Or take your arm out of your socket if they trap the arm, as we've seen that many times by one Zack Sabre Jr. in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And big open palm strike by Shafir here. Toni Storm being lit up like a Christmas tree post-Christmas here.
But seriously, if they have you in it like that, your best shit, you got to try to sit. To spread. If you sit on your butt, you're gonna straighten their legs out.
What up, King? Cover 2, hook of the leg and shoulder. Gets a 2 count. There's my brother from another mother. Shout out to my brother, the Cajun King A Train. We gotta do it up again soon at TW Star. You gotta join us on one of these watch-alongs, bro. Life is good, man. We're at AEW and we're enjoying professional wrestling since Wrestle Kingdom. Snap suplex by Shafir. Hope you and your family are doing well as well. And Happy New Year to you, man. Appreciate nothing but love and an honorable evening to you. And maybe you actually have an answer to this problem. I don't know if Toni Storm does right now. Their spiders got lit up with that.
She seriously did that snap super hard.
We've heard of the whiplash effect and the disorientation right now that not only throws Toni Storm off, but might also make her easier to incapacitate mother's milk.
Yeah, but don't play with your food. Now she's just kind of mocking her, kicking her in the face. Don't play with your food now.
I don't know if it's playing or testing. I look at Marina Shafir and I look at her like this. She's calculated and she's testing anyone she's in the ring with. Remember, she's the Death Rider that disciplines the Death Riders. John Moxley's pointed out at one point, no one wanted to wrestle Shafir. It's good that she's Shafir actually in the ring because people actually want to try and test themselves against her because he claimed that no one wanted to be in the ring against her. Now, was it because how dangerous she was or how unprepared she was? John Moxley chose me.
Oh, my God.
The modified bow and arrow, the cover. Go ahead.
She had a Mexican surfboard on. That's
I was saying, yeah. How's Marina Shafir on your transitional scale of wrestling there, Walter?
Awesome, dude. She literally pretzeled her and then gave her the Mexican surfboard. That's crazy.
And about to say, welcome back, folks, to the AEW Dynamite, the first Dynamite of the new year. Toni Storm taking on Marina Shafir for the first time ever on behalf of her forever timeless lover, Marina Shirakawa. And Thomas,
you notice what she's doing, right? She keeps attacking her throat, so when she slaps the mother's milk,
trapping the head and do the DT. Looking for that head scissors DDT. Didn't get all of it, but got enough of it, though. I think
Yeah, that side of the kick to the side of the temple will do it, though.
high stab by Shafir. 2 count. Kick out by Toni Storm.
I think she's getting frustrated that Toni is kicking out. Like, how dare you?
I almost look at Marina Shafir like a machine, the way she adapts against her opponent.
Bro, she's literally the Terminator. I think she's about to try to slap the mother's milk out. And she's mocking the dancing.
And mocking Orange Cassidy as it takes 2 to tango here. And it might be the last dance for timeless Toni Storm.
It's a nice trip, though.
As Marina Shafir shows, she could be both as serious and as comical.
Yeah, but that could be her undoing. You don't want to get too cocky. Toni's a 2-time champ.
Hey, shout out, by the way, to good old JM, Jeff motherfucking Beecham. Thanks so much for dropping by, my friend. And again, to your point, it may come back and haunt to the waist slot, rip cord. And now Shafir bringing Toni Storm back inside. Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, I thought she was mocking the dance moves, but she was actually attacking her back.
Yeah, shot to the small of the back, by the way, with the knuckles against the lower vertebrae. The longer this match goes, the longer it favors Marina Shafir at this point. Shafir again, though.
She's dipped her.
Who knew she could 2-step?
Yeah, Russians can dance.
She's right now pummeling psychologically and physically Thomas Toni Storm. I didn't expect this out of her tonight.
Bro, she's taunting her. She's beating her ass. She's doing a lot.
Oh, and Toni Storm blasts out of the corner with that drop kick.
Told you that could be her undoing.
And by the say, Toni Storm hiking it up. Might be looking for her first close-up. Lights coming at you. Dolphin man in the bare foot of freaking Shafir.
Dude, that's the ball of the foot to the jaw. That'll knock you out.
Oh, and that's the up kick by Thomas Toni Storm to Shafir. And by the way, the headbutt. The biggest package on Shafir. The cover.
Inside cradle.
Being pulled out by Willa Yuta.
That's how she defended her title against Megan Bayne, that inside cradle.
And again, thanks to Willa Yuta's interference, the referee called this match off. This disqualification.
I don't think they care about the win. They're just going to beat the hell out of Toni now. So Toni's 2-0.
And Paul Turner. Oh, my God, knock the fuck out by Shafir.
Told you. The rest of the conglomeration are probably on their way now.
Marina Shafir with one right hand just dropped Thomas Toni Storm. And once again, that toe kick dropped Mina.
And Mina lands on Toni trying to defend her. Here's the Butler.
I don't think this is a wise move, Lufa. Lufa. Steadfast Butler is a world of trouble here.
I don't think he's a trained professional wrestler.
No, wait a minute. Roderick Strong.
And Orange Cassidy.
Well, you did call the conglomeration earlier.
He's just casual from wherever and whatever.
Well, I mean,
you might want to hurry up and save your dance partner.
Well, one thing's for sure. Roderick Strong and Orange Cassidy, they may not conglomerate, but they both can agree that they don't want nothing to do with the Death Riders attacking anyone else tonight. But again, Marina Shafir remains a problem unsolved, knocking out Timeless Toni Storm and Marina Shafir went,
the CMLL champ.
And of course, no love lost as Roderick Strong was the one to eliminate from the Continental Classic, lest we forget. Business might be picking up here again.
This ain't over.
The discretion, the better part of valor, as Marina Shafir calls off the troops for the time being.
Well, we already had a mixed nut tag. I mean, where else can we go?
Orange Cassidy hoisting up Timeless Toni Storm. There's a screenshot for you, folks.
The orange and the peel. And on the side is juice.
And Mina being pulled up by Orange Cassidy. I mean, Orange Cassidy knows how to put his hands in the right spots that aren't pockets.
Player.
This is, looks a little fresh here, honestly.
Yeah, well, those two, he might not have to put his hands in his pocket anymore.
Well, why happy days might be ahead for this trio. And our soap opera Walter wants to see coming up next. Get ready for Lights Out Madness tag match coming up next on Dynamite. Fuck television, Lights Out match. Swerve and Hangman taking on the Opps. That was weird.
That was very weird.
Yeah, Marina's hubby is still attempting. Will you stop that? We don't talk about the past with that type of stuff. Roderick Strong and Marina Shafir are badasses, and that's all that matters right now. Too busy playing his next attempt on Phoenix. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jeff is never going to let that live up. He's never going to let that. It's never going to let that go. So, again, for those that are tuning in, Marina Shafir just not Thomas Story storm the fuck out. And Thomas Story did win the disqualification as Marina Shafir was dropped via toe kick and fell into the unconscious bosom of her forever lover as the conglomeration fed up the Death Riders from further assault and Simon Lou for the Butler. And that concludes Act 2. Get ready for Act 3. Bloody hell. Why do I love this so much? All right, because it's AEW.
Act 3 is the juice. We already had the orange, the peel, and Act 3 is the juice.
Will you stop that? Look.
Act 4 would be the seed.
I got nothing to say. Ladies and gentlemen, Walter Cruz, he'll be here all night. If you subscribe to Rage the Rest of the Day, you get more funny puns like this. If you want to see us cover more AEW Dynamite as the peel falls, stay tuned for more AEW coverage because this is becoming way too much fun, I think, for me and Walter.
It's as the orange peels.
So stupid. Okay, so you got. Fuck it. I can't work with this. Ah! Oh, God. This night's here. Yes, Jeff. This night certainly has been something. Something! Freaking Jake Doyle, whatever. I love AEW so much. Oh, my gosh. Freaking Toni Storm dropped. That was ridiculous. Well, oh my gosh.
If AEW doesn't take advantage and sell some kind of drink from Orange and Toady,
it's gonna be a timeless Orange Julius,
right? Exactly.
I would actually order that, by the way. Seriously,
the juice would be. It'll be the Orange Storm. It'll be a new flavor of Gatorade or something.
The Orange Storm. I would actually drink that probably. Laura, after Dynamite, by the way, programming note, folks, on the Greg Cherry brand. Join Greg and Jeff motherfucking Meacham and Matty Laws and Big G for all the Cherry 2 random, even for shenanigans, with the Greg Cherry Show, of course, at the Greg Cherry brand. As we go backstage with the bastard programming Nate Paquette. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, now we getting serious when Pac's on the screen.
Yeah, exactly. What about the match?
You want to talk about a mood killer?
I'm going to be all in. Let me be very clear. You've just Darby twice. Beaten Darby twice. So our relationship is very well established. He's the winner, and he's the loser. And no. Darby Allin wants this match. Darby. Living up, Darby. That's the part I'd like to do.
Darby's a glutton for punishment, man.
Pac saying he's not interested, leaving Darby Allin stuck in his own proverbial hell. Oh, what the world?
Fire extinguisher?
Oh, damn, and push into that steel garage door. We need security. Darby Allin's unhinged. Give me this match or I'll break your ankle. Whoa. And the Death Rider is a second too late from Pac's ankle being shattered as Darby Allin was literally going to be suicidal with Pac's lower body. But it sounds like Darby Allin's match to freedom has been granted. And now, folks, get ready for all shit to hit the fan. Oh, boy. Buckle up, Walter. It's time for the most violent match of the night.
AEW will not be responsible, they said.
Oh, shit.
This is unsanctioned.
lights out tag team match.
Toni is released from all liability.
Good deal, Walter. Oh boy. Again, folks, I want to thank you all for tuning into our coverage of AEW Dynamite tonight. I hope you all extremely enjoyed. If you want to see more of this, just simply say yes in the chat. I would love to cover this as much as I can. This is the highlight of the week, this AEW Dynamite. And of course, this is our main event, Lights Out tag team matches. Of course, Hook with an inside job, orchestrated by Samoa Joe. Screw Hangman and Page, the AEW Men's World Championship back at Full Gear last year in November. And Hangman and Swerve have been hell-bent on getting back against the Opps by any means necessary, and has reached a boiling point as for the second time ever, the most violent, dangerous rival in AEW history will team together to destroy Powerhouse Hobbs and Hook tonight in a lights-out, unsanctioned tag team match.
Joe won't be far behind in these non-playable characters either, so it's a lights-out match. You know that it's not just 2-on-2. It's going to be 2 against 20. Those non-playable characters are going to come out.
And of course, Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland, chained by circumstance, one looking for his own spot at the top, looking to take at the expense of the other, while one rides high into the sunset. Former two-time AEW Men's World Champion alongside former one-time AEW Men's World Champion Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland. Of course, the most violent rivalry in AEW history come together tonight against a common foe.
Sit.
And of course, like you said, Walter, anything these four men do to each other, AEW will not be held responsible. Whose house? And folks, we will stay with this match as long as it takes. Expect an overtime for the duration, as this match does have a 60-minute time limit.
Well, who's going to help these two? Because if the Opps is going to come out with Joe and all those NPCs, like, who's going to help these two?
Well, that being said, do you really think Hangman and Swerve want help or need help? You talked about before how dangerous these men are. Let's not forget, Walter, the last time these two shared a ring together in singles action was a lights-out steel cage match, and one man damn near sedan and concussed the other.
Yeah, you're doing it completely wrongly.
And about to say, of course, the last time as I talked about these two men shared a ring together was literally AEW All Out inside the lights-out steel cage back in 2024 until 2025. They found closure and respect in one another to free the AEW Men's World Championship from Jon Moxley and the Death Riders. Of course, Swerve, no stranger to Powerhouse Hobbs, and Hangman literally put Hook underneath his own learning wing, as Hook betrayed him and Eddie Kingston as an inside job by Samoa Joe, led to Samoa Joe becoming a two-time AEW Men's World Champion. Hook, former FTW champion. Powerhouse Hobbs, also former FTW champion. Oh, boy.
Lights out match. They're literally the lights are out. Look.
This is going to be dangerous. Hangman Swerve into the ring as this lights out match getting underway here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I can't see it. I don't need to put it this dark.
I'm about to say, it's lights out, dude. We're after hours. You can be drunk, you can be sober, you can be as dangerous, you can be as maniacal as you want. Nothing is off limits here. And Hook taken right now by Swerve into the barricade, while Powerhouse Hobbs is taking a Hangman Page the opposite side. Let's not forget, Hangman sent Powerhouse Hobbs to the hospital, by the way, in a Falls Count Anywhere match recently. And
we need better spotlights.
About that.
No, hell no, I ain't forget about that.
And of course, Swerve Strickland, the first time he faced Hangman was a Texas Death Match at Full Gear a few years ago, 2023 actually. And Hobbs wiping out Swerve on the outside. Swerve coming back, of course, from that ankle injury. Powerhouse Hobbs the lariat, and Powerhouse Hobbs is nothing but power.
I think it was an MCL.
Yeah, it was an MCL. MCL, ACL, UCL. You can ask Chris Statler about all three of those things. Of course, Penelope Porter's out indefinitely due to a UCL. Again, anything goes. No count out, no revocation, no restriction. Swing and a miss by Powerhouse Hobbs against Swerve's head on that ring post.
Steve, right?
Swerve off.
You gotta think so.
The only thing that limits you here is your reckless abandonment for you and your opponent's well-being.
Bro, you're only limited by your imaginations. Ooh, look at Hangman coming out of nowhere.
We are talking about 4 lethal imaginations here. Hobbs driven into the chair on the throat.
These two are on the same side tonight. We already know what their imagination does when they're on opposition.
That's a fair point. And Hobbs moves on the outside right now, and Hook being left alone to the slaughter by 2 former AEW Men's World Champions, Strickland and Hangman Page.
Good luck, Hook.
Vendetta. Yeah, I'm about to say, this personal vendetta Hook set himself up for.
I think Hangman's going to do a moonsault.
Oh, yeah, moonsault to your point. Hobbs went on the outside and Swerve. Driving a hook on the apron.
Hardest part of the ring.
And right now, Swerve and Hangman being slow and methodical here with this punishment tonight.
That's I don't know if that's a scary look on Swerve's face, man.
And as lights out unsanctioned, as the lights been brought back up for the time being once again. As the Opps, Powerhouse, Hobbs, and Hook being taken out right now by Swerve and Hangman Page. And again, a match where there is no liability, might I add.
I think there must be a storm in Oklahoma. I don't think they're doing that on purpose with the lights.
I feel like Tulsa, Oklahoma would rather deal with a dust storm than these two men on the same page against you. You see that
storm and Hop? Yeah, they're about to feel the storm. Shit.
And of course,
that's still.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm afraid when that steel chair comes into play of what he's gonna do.
I'm about to say, steel chair right around Hangman's fist, and Hook immediately on the run, knowing that Hangman is looking to break him. And Hobbs running through Hangman, crushing him with the crossbody.
You know he's going to choke him out with the ropes and the chain, right? He's going to hang him, watch.
You really think that might be the ending sight or the most dangerous sight we see here?
I don't know. His name is Hangman, right?
That's a fair point. Swerve right now, in control, though. Up on the apron again. Scouting the Opps. And Hook, though, meaning Swerve with a big right.
I think it was going for a PK kick before Hook interfered.
Yeah, right now, Hook and Swerve squaring off here. Hook trying to test his mettle against the most dangerous man in AEW. Gets caught with a boot to the bridge of the nose.
Swerve's like this fucking net.
Wait, man. Hook, though, might have Swerve Hook with a T-bone suplex on the apron.
Forget who his father is, dude. Don't underestimate Hook.
As this lights out match continues with this final commercial break of this overtime show, folks. Wrestle Quiet picture. Don't go anywhere. Fuck television.
If you think about it, Taz is the original Suplex City bitch.
You're not wrong. I mean, Taz Mission, the Suplex Machine. I mean, you're not wrong there, honestly. And Powerhouse Hobbs, of course, Mr. Meat, former TNT champion. Of course, him and Page had bad blood going back with Powerhouse Hobbs going all the way back to Team Taz.
Hopefully 2026 could be Hobbs' year because he spent more time on the shelves than he has on the camera.
That's very true, by the way. And right now, Powerhouse just literally manhandling Hangman with these power slams on the apron.
Hangman's like 6'4", 270 pounds, mind you.
Yeah.
And Hobbs is picking him up like you putting him in the bed.
Yeah, about to say, of course, Hangman with a big cowboy boot, though, driving Hobbs almost over into the All Elite Fleet against the barricade. Cowboy Shiznak running wild here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the man that was the son of a tobacco farmer who was raised on helping immigrants, our, of course, former two-time AEW Men's World Champion, Hangman Page.
This is making me really, 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 really debate whether to go on that when they come to Sacramento, man. I want to see W, but I gotta save for that Vegas week.
Priorities over passions, my friend, but how much is your passions worth when it comes to AEW live experience? That's for you to decide.
I'm pretty sure it's affordable, too.
I mean, I can guarantee you it's affordable. And Hangman Page, I'm just waiting for them to come back to Ohio. Hey, Tony Khan, if you hear me, I want to pay for you in Ohio, please. Thank you. Not for the damn California and Chicago and Canada areas, okay? California gets enough wrestling as it is. They don't need AEW's great shows. And right now, Hook.
Hey! I got Dynamite. It's okay. It's on my day off too. I don't even need to request it. Come.
You got the ballot form at some point. Shut up. Oh.
Remember, I'm new here though, so I'm not spoiled like Jeff and JJ are.
Okay, that's fine. Fine. I'll give you that. Hangman Page isolated right now, though, by the Opps, and a vicious suplex by Powerhouse Hobbs and Hangman Page. As Hook sets up the furniture. We got chairs, we got tables, we got chains. What the hell else are these madmen going to bring out? Again, folks, lights out. Expect the most violence, is all I got to say. First ever lights out tag team match in AEW Dynamite history. Of course, the first ever lights out match in AEW history was Kenny by God Omega versus John Moxley at AEW Full Gear. I don't think we've seen the women go lights out yet, which actually surprises me. They've gone to the hardcore and the most violent, far better than other companies.
Dude, don't give Tony Khan ideas with Shafir and everybody.
And Sky Blue was born hardcore out of the womb. She's probably asking for it. As we're
hey, Tony's already black and white. It's not a far off from lights out.
Yeah, that's fair. And right now, Hangman Page looking for a blackout here against Powerhouse Hobbs and Cook as we are back here at AEW Dynamite. Lights out, tag team match. And we have taken our last commercial break here. Again, the waist slap. Nice takeover by Hogan. A table himself into the table on Hangman Page.
Ah!
And now the cover.
Who set that table up?
Hook. 2 counts. They're going to the replay here, JR. Great pop of the hips there by that young, cold-hearted, handsome devil, the son of Taz. And you're right, actually. I forgot about that. Dr. Bigger DMD versus Thunder Rose and the Marimara. Of course, I was during the pandemic. I don't think about the pandemic. No one wants to think about the pandemic.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the pandemic.
Although there was some good in the pandemic, AEW. And right now, Powerhouse Hobbs, Manhunt, Hangman Page up in the shoulder, looking for maybe a launder in the corner. As Hangman counters from Powerhouse Hobbs should have first the steel chair.
Poor Hangman. Wasn't that his first run to all pandemic?
About saying now, uh-oh. Hey,
is that the chain?
Got that wide-eye look in his eyes. And a
the staple gun!
Oh, God! A staple right now.
These aren't staple stitches.
And right now, it's all legal as Hook's getting some impromptu piercing tonight. Turns him a staple gun by Hangman Page.
He's not closing a wound. He's opening them.
Pop-up power bomb. And the Cowboy is unhinged tonight. And I love it. And Powerhouse Hobbs now. Oh, God, just watch Hangman now with a short-range lariat.
Dude. But Hobbs is so built, I reject the staple when you're trying to put it through.
Now, Hobbs taking control towards Strickland. Got him up in the brainbuster position. Swerve stapling away. Powerhouse Hobbs in the midsection. Hobbs still holding on the Swerve, though.
See?
And Swerve again just stapling away at Hobbs' midsection.
Oh, he's so muscular that you can't even staple him.
A piece of plywall, though. Oh, and a staple! Right where the mommy daddy button is. And a rolling arrow takes Hobbs down.
That ain't no muscle gonna protect you there.
About to say, even Powerhouse Hobbs has a sensitive section of his body.
Mm-hmm.
Good God. Took a plywood board over the head and a staple right to the groin to take Powerhouse Hobbs down. Put the hammer.
I told you. I don't want to know what these two are capable of when they put their minds together. There it is. Look, Wednesday, February 18th, Sacramento.
Yeah, and the fact they're on the same page here tonight. They're tag partners. Walter, oh, dear God.
Is that a door? Oh,
that is a cinder block pallet.
That's a bed of cinder block. Oh, my God.
Yeah, you want to talk about something else that really echoes these two's history. Anything goes here, Walter. Anything goes. It's a lights-out tag team match.
Oh, my God. They're going to flex them on that, aren't they?
Well, considering how many cinder blocks Hangman and Swerve have driven through each other's heads and spines.
How do they not have PTSD just staring at them?
About to say, Hangman and Swerve right now trying to just get their footing over that apron tarp and bring this cinder block bed into the ring.
The tarp is blocking them.
About to say, remember the first cinder block literally was driven from the back of Hangman's head by Swerve Strickland, and we saw a cinder block not shattered, but bust the spines of both Hangman and Swerve inside the lights out steel cage match.
They're gonna suplex poor Hook on it.
Hook right now running like a scolded dog in the night. Can't say I don't blame him here. Hobbs with a steel chair though to the midsection of Hangman and Swerve.
I would do the same thing.
Back.
I'm not gonna lie. I would run, Forrest, run.
Yeah, about to say, Hobbs though swinging a miss again. Swerve though sending Hobbs around a German suplex.
Hobbs, don't play baseball.
That's through it like a brick wall.
That's Hobbs' third strike. Don't play baseball, man.
About to say, Hobbs literally one-man wrecking crew without a weapon.
I think he is a weapon, Noah.
Yeah, still so young in his future, by the way. Keep that in mind, folks. And
Dude, I want to see Keith Lee come back, man. I feel so bad for this dude.
About the cinder blocks, though, trying to brain Swerve Strickland with the chair. Prince Nana coming to his family's aid, taking the chair from Hobbs, who's looking to concerto Swerve on those cinder blocks.
Yo, you just put your life on the line, bro.
Oh, I'm paying for it with a splash in the corner of the chair in the middle. But Swerve, though, the waist lock in position. Oh, dear God.
Oh, he's trying to German suplex him on that bed.
And pop up and caught and looking for the spine buster. Swerve, though, with the guillotine. Able to escape,
smart.
trying to wear Hobbs down. Very smart.
Even a big man needs to breathe, right, Noah?
Yeah, it's definitely a monster the size of Hobbs. The Monstar, as it was once called.
If anything, to be honest, when you have that much muscle, you get more oxygen.
And chair to the midsection again, and Swerve lining up the back of Powerhouse Hobbs, the steel chair, just trying to get this beam off his feet. Another swing by Swerve Strickland. Hobbs staggered. Hobbs now down to his knees, finally. And Swerve Strickland in the driver's seat here might be looking to make a house call or look for his big swerve out of the corner up to the second. Scouting Hobbs. In the center, jumping off. Powerhouse Hobbs catching Swerve, though. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. And the world's strongest slam on the center blocks.
There's no give on that either, Noah.
Hangman saves the lights out match as Bryce Remsburg counts the 2.
Oh, my God. If Hangman wasn't there, that might have been it, Noah.
And no kidding, it's Hangman right now trying to throw his body through Hobbs, rolling elbow off the lariat, Hobbs about the ropes. Now Hangman trying to hoist Hobbs up for the deadline. Hobbs clubbing away the Hangman.
You can't get this man up for that, can you?
You realize who you're talking about, right? And
oh, wait, but that sets him up for the buckshot.
And Hook again. Swing and miss. The Bandido. Oh, and the Opps JoJo.
I told you. Didn't I say the Opps NPCs were going to come out?
Yeah, you absolutely did. With a steel pipe in hand, by the way, by one of them. It's a 4-on-1 mugging right now on the Hangman. The other members of the Opps JoJo are underneath the guiding light of Samoa Joe.
Conspicuous by his own absence is Samoa Joe.
Yeah, about to say, Samoa Joe, of course, letting the troops go to work for him. As, of course, Swerve and Hangman called him out for the coward that he's been. Again, it's unsanctioned, though. Anything goes. It is all legal.
I need somebody to help Swerve and Hangman. Who else wants to lead AEW?
I'm about to say, who else wants to oppose the Opps, though, is the better question. The Opps are also...
Kenny Omega. Doesn't he want a title shot? Go in there.
But so far, the Opps and Joe haven't targeted Kenny Omega. And Kenny Omega will be back next week. Now, Hobbs with a chain in hand. This is getting nasty.
They're getting them together, aren't they?
And right now, Hobbs tying the chain around Hangman and Swerve Strickland's throats in an infinity shape. What in the hell are these men thinking?
They're tying them together. They're probably going to ram the cinder blocks into both of them.
Yeah, about to say, literally trapping 2 dogs in the middle of the ring, 2 dangerous dogs. Prince Nana's trying to come back to their aid.
They're the ones who introduced the chain in the first place, too.
I mean, it's obviously braver Prince Nana, but... Oh! That was Prince Nana's coffee! Hot coffee to Hot's face!
That's hot, too.
And right now, again, Swerve and Hangman still trapped by that chain. Hangman up in
the
though. That was impressive.
That was smart. Oh, shit.
And they literally gave Swerve and Hangman a weapon. And the Opps are being wiped out again.
You idiots. You gave Swerve. You gave them the weapon. Pete, take
right
it.
Now, Swerve and Hangman once again cleaning house. Oh!
Whose house?
Well, Hook just wiped out the shot with a suplex.
Yeah, took out his knee.
Hook, though, might want to turn around and realize who's in man ref being betrayed. Hook, though, wiped out by Powerhouse Hobbs. Big forearm caught Hook there. Hobbs once again. This gets lariat.
Uh-oh. You know what that's setting up?
And Hangman caught and loaded. It's at high noon in Tulsa, Oklahoma, looking for the buck. Back to a spine buster. On the double covered. Couch call by Swerve. Strickland breaks it up.
That was a perfect setup for the house call, too.
And a great awareness by Swerve Strickland. Great setup there.
Oh, my. Is he going to stomp him?
I'm about to say it looks like it. You see Hobbs still trying to wheel his way back up to his feet.
He should stomp him on the cinder block, to be honest.
Swerve stopped the outside, wiping out the Opps Dojo men.
Strike. He went bowling.
And Powerhouse, though, he may be looking to break him and Page on these cinder blocks, though. Heyman, though, no fucking way. Hoisting up Hobbs, and Swerve.
He's gonna dead shot him on there. Oh, it's a combination stomp.
Dead on the cinder blocks.
Oh shit! He hit his head hard. You seen that?
I was to say, I think Powerhouse might be busted wide open. You literally see the cinder blocks busted underneath the weight of Hobbs' head.
Did you see the way his head? He actually. You're supposed to hit wrestling terms to your shoulder.
Heyman! Hook almost got Heyman there. Almost stole it.
You're supposed to hit them in between your shoulder. He hit his head.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Hobbs is down for the count. There is no way Hobbs is getting back in this fight.
Hook showing some heart, though, you got to admit.
Yeah, but Heyman realizing, though, what Hook did, a headbutt by Swerve to Hook's heart, the black heart.
Did he pick up that pipe?
That young gun is about to really learn what you do when you pay for your sins in AEW. At the hands of Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page.
I think he's about to learn some respect for his elders, huh, Noah?
There's not going to be any respect here, dude. This is just straight up revenge. Rolling disc gets forearm with a chain.
Oh, he's gonna do a buckshot with that raptor on his arm, isn't he?
And about to say he's not done doling out the punishment yet. Wrapping that steel chain around Hook's head and Swerve Strickland in position. Now, again, Hook is literally at the mercy, and there will be none shown. Ding dong. House call and a steel chain connects to Hook's head.
House call. And the buckshot is setting up.
Yeah, but is that the final shot that Heyman wants to close the book on this vendetta?
I don't know. I know freaking Powerhouse ain't moving again.
To get back on the golden road towards the AEW Men's World Championship is to put Hook down for the 3 count. Up and over, box shot, lariat, bang. He's not done yet, though.
I put a towel on their back when I put all the towels on.
Hook now. They've been hung by the Hangman.
I called it. I told you they were going to do that.
Yeah, Hook taps out immediately like the little bitch he is. And Hangman's not letting go. Again, the anger driven by that white-eyed cowboy. Lights out, Hook. Hangman and Swerve win.
I would have tapped too. I've saved my ass.
The odds were against Swerve and Hangman the entire time. But Swerve and Hangman prevailed tonight in this lights out tag team main event. Putting the Opps down for good this time. Hell of a win, though, on this unsanctioned lights out match. Of course, to come this Saturday, Commander takes on El Clone one-on-one for the first time ever. And Mark Briscoe will defend the TNT champion against Hechicero. Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland putting away the pass. Chris Statler and the Bears Rep will also be in trios action this Saturday. It's come this next week, Wednesday. We'll be back. We're coming Maximum Carnage. Chris Statler and the Bears Rep taking on the Triangle Madness. Kenny Omega returns, and MJF defends the AEW Men's World Championship against Bandido as Darby Allin goes one-on-one with the Bastard Pac. That and so much more. With the damnedest, the best, the violent wrestler in AEW. As AEW Dynamite goes off the air for Walter Cruz, I'm Noah Foster. We have Super Reliable. This has been AEW Dynamite. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, make a positive impact in life. Have a good night. This has been one hell of a kickoff this year for AEW Dynamite. Walter, cut the damn feed. Godly.
They've been on fire.
and I don't see it going out anytime soon.